fun Thursday night of Dungeons and Dragons with the most ordinary D&D group on the Prime Material Plane. Sorry, we're a few minutes late tonight. Had some technical things to manage. One of those technical things being a 1-year-old, such is life. But thanks for joining us. Glad to be here, and I think we have Elliot back from vacation, which is good. Glad to have you back, Elliot. Paul is still in the mountains of Colorado, so we're still doing his avatar, but he is his voice is live. Chris representing us in Colorado. John over there in Bush, somewhere in Louisiana. Yeah, Gerald and John both in somewhere else, Louisiana, wherever that may be.
From the woods and the bayou. It's okay, boy.
I'll take it. Let's see. Orders of business. I know that last week I did not give you guys experience, so we might do that this week if I remember. If not, then we'll set that up for another time, I guess. When last we met. Oh, I'm sorry. Any other orders of business? Yes. Fun announcements.
Are we going to get a significant amount of experience? Because this may make a big difference.
Significant. Yeah, you guys.
2,200 away from breaking.
2,200. Oh man. No, you wouldn't get that much for a single shrine, though.
We did 3 shrines
last week.
That'd be a really good experience for that.
Yeah.
Yes, you actually do.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Because being 7th level before this encounter may make a difference.
Why? What are you trying to pick a fight? Come on, man. What are you worried about?
Oh no, I'm going for sneaky. You gave me a helm of telepathy, buddy.
Let's see.
You want to give us all of your cues. Yes, you do.
We can it'll probably be that easy. I'm pretty sure I'll just let that happen.
Hey, give me something. You want me to utilize it, dude. I'm going to utilize it.
Let's see. So the shrines are easy. So we have 5, 15. Dang, I guess you guys wouldn't be super far away from breaking, actually.
7th level would help a lot.
Oh, come on. Who needs 7th level?
Yeah, what do you get at 7th level?
Nothing important, really.
Who cares?
Yeah, it would also delay the stream by about 20 minutes while we updated characters. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Character updates are pretty fun. Who doesn't like updating characters in D&D?
Yeah, that's what people tune in for.
Yeah, who doesn't like watching other people update characters in D&D?
I thought that was it, man. Don't people tune in for like?
That's nothing better than data entry.
You know, the update is no big
stream
deal.
ought to be just some form of data entry.
That's not a terrible idea. We could, we'll get some spreadsheets and we'll just.
Wow.
The most ordinary.
Just start streaming my work.
The most ordinary D&D group in the Prime Material Plane takes on Excel. Okay.
Anybody out there wants to know how
I had to isolate.
Right. You tune into the NLG. Nerd leads spreadsheets.
All right, we may have a whole new industry. All right, we're going to tune in. We'll update the schedule online to let everybody know when we'll start streaming our live spreadsheet updating. I'm pretty sure that'll be fascinating. I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on Twitch, right? Like there are like giant streams of people who open boxes, right, or some shit. Like they,
I saw that.
like I'm like what. Anyway, yeah, just insane. There's a lot of crazy people on the planet. Good thing we're not any of them.
We're all of them.
Fireball, what?
Okay, so last week you guys did actually do 3 shrines last week, and the last shrine that you did was the Shrine of Moa, where you guys were able to get across the. Where's my map? No, not that map. That's the private map. There we go. Where you guys were able to get the that's what the 6th cube you guys have secured, I believe, right? 5th or 6th? 6, yeah, 6th cube. You were able to get the Shrine of Moa and secure the 6th cube, which is fantastic. And after that, I guess that's where we ended, right? So you guys made your way back across the chasm.
And we came across the Red Wizards, but nothing yet has been said.
Yeah, so we'll kind of pick up there. So I just want to see, because I sort of what do you call it? Narrated the end of that. Just to take a tiny step back, is there anything anybody wanted to do as far as like, healing type things or record keeping type stuff before you guys, like as you guys are leaving the Shrine of Omu?
Weren't we planning to do a short rest at that point?
Yes, you are.
No, I probably would not have been going to cast.
We did a short rest, I thought.
No, we didn't.
No.
I
did.
I used hit dice. I definitely used hit dice.
We did a long rest before that.
No,
I used hit dice.
Yeah.
I used hit dice after the snake. The snake ate me, basically.
because I got all my pack magic back at the end of last session, so we definitely took.
I got all my key back.
I didn't get my pack magic back at the end of the last session.
Well,
Not at the end of the session. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at the end. It was after the after the
snakes. Yeah,
You know what? I don't.
You got stuck with arrows.
Are you see? So you did rest after the snakes. Was it after? All right. Yeah, I know you guys rested, but I don't remember if it was after the snakes or not.
It was after the snakes
Okay.
and before we went into the temple.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, otherwise it would have burned hit dice because I'm down 26 right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, because Chris actually cast fly after that. Like he was flying in the temple, so even after the snake combat. Okay. All right. Well, so as you guys came back out from the temple, as you guys are making your way sort of to this causeway area, you were indeed confronted by a group. There is a group of, I guess, close to a dozen.
Shit.
Hang on. Give me a second. I can get
How's that
these.
striking an accord sounding to you now, John?
I still think that play now against Wizards is going to work really well. They don't have a lot of hit points.
Neither do you right now.
I
Wow,
can
that's
change
rough.
that quickly. But I'm not looking for a fight. I'm looking to suggest they just give us our cubes and leave us alone.
They're not our cubes yet.
oh, they are Waxenari's cubes.
Oh, you see, you were worried about me being the shit stirrer in this one.
Waxenari, by the way, is the rightful heir, or supposed rightful heir to Omu.
I'm sure the Red Wizards know that.
I don't know about that.
No, we will find out soon enough.
Well, we'll make sure we tell them.
Oh, we will tell them.
Are the Red
Oh,
Wizards
about that.
Chilton in origin looking?
No,
No.
Oh no,
They
definitely
actually
not.
Come from
they.
well, yeah. They come from the other side of the major continent.
They come from Thay.
Okay. They come from Thay.
Yeah,
Some
their
might
God
say-
screwed them royally over, so they're definitely a lot weaker than they used to be.
They're from over Thayer.
Oh my god.
It
But-
depends on whether or not they're necromancers.
Come on, I thought that was pretty good. There, get it? There, over,
That's
there,
pretty funny.
there. No, really, no.
No.
Nobody asked you. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So, so they do. So there is a group of. There are about 8 tough-looking mercenary types, and there within them there are 3 of these red-robed wizards. All 3 of these wizards, they have bald heads. One guy came up and he has a bald head and he had this finely groomed short beard, which is a little odd for Thayan mage or Thayan spellcaster, but such it is. And he greeted you, and he mentioned, he says, "So, we have met at last. We were wondering when we might cross paths with you. We have known of your presence here for some time."
As we have of yours.
Well, and he is a, and as he sort of stops and kind of makes way, and this group of these armed mercenary types sort of split a little bit, and this guy kind of steps aside and defers, and a female comes up, and she's actually got her head is shaved bald. Even her eyebrows are shaved, though she does have some intricate tattoos around her face and over part of her head. And you notice that she's very interesting. She appears like a young girl, right? At first glance, she looks like a young girl, maybe an 18-year-old girl. But as she sort of faces you more directly, she turns, and you see that the other half of her face is wizened and old. So she's like, half of her face is young and youthful, and half of her face is wizened and old. Orvix, he leans into you and he mentions softly, he says, that is Zakmira, the Two-Faced. She is the leader of the Red Wizards here in Chult. She is a powerful evoker. Be careful with her. She
should have drank the entire potion of youth.
Oh, she does not need to have drugs. It is worse than that. It is said that she cast a ritual to inhabit the body of her granddaughter and thus seek another life. That is the effect of that necromancy.
Oh, necromancers.
And so she sort of walks up, and she leaves the guards between, but a couple of the guards between you and her. But she steps in front of the other wizard, and she greets you, and she says,
"Excuse me.
Why are you drinking potions?"
It was an accident.
Cut it out. She says, "So," and her voice is sort of represents this half old, half youth. It's sort of like you're hearing not two voices at once, but it's this sort of mix of youthfulness and old voice. She says, "So, you have done a solid job, I see, of collecting the cubes. How many have you picked up now?" Two. She smiles at you knowingly. Well, we can go with that if you like. Let's cut
How
to
many
the
have you got?
2.
Of course.
She says, "So let us cut to the chase. This is a prickly situation. You want the cubes. We want the cubes."
I don't think any of us want the cubes.
No?
I think we all just want to get into the tomb.
Roxanara will step forward and say, "Thief and defiler, you come and you dare to steal the cultural relics of my people. Turn over the cubes to us. Apologize to the throne, and I will let and depart this land forever."
Well, now this one has spirit. And who might this youngster be? She is different than the rest of you. You are from here, are you not?
This is my city.
Your city.
I am heir to the throne of Omu.
I like what you've done with the place. She kind of looks around. Heir to the throne of Omu. She sort of. Interesting.
And the objects that you possess, that you've stolen from our temple, belong to me and my people.
Well, I throw detect thoughts just for her surface thoughts. I don't want her to know I'm probing her.
And
Level 2 divination.
Read the book. We must read the book. I always check these things because every time I read these things, I find something that I missed or forgot the last time.
Or John lies.
Well, we know that, but
Oh.
let's
Slow.
see. La la la.
Don't want to probe. I just want her surface thoughts. Which, if I'm reading correctly, she cannot tell.
Interesting. All right, let's see. We could do that. If you probe deeper, all right, I'll accept that for now. So her surface thoughts are, she is surprised to hear that this person is claiming to be the rightful heir to Omu, and she's wondering how that might be leveraged into some sort of political advantage. Meanwhile, she says, "Yes. So, So this ruined city is your empire. You know, child, there are many far greater empires on this world, ripe for the picking."
Oh, I think you're talking about pathetic satrapies like Thay, right?
All three of the red robe people sort of look at each other like with this incredulous look, and
there is no greater cultural center than Omu. Even in its condition it's in now, it outshines all other civilizations.
She just genuinely sort of take.
If that were untrue, you would not be here digging at its bones, would you, Thief?
She's genuinely taken aback. She, well, for her, uncharacteristically pauses, and she says, perhaps." And she looks around at the ruined city, and she says, I'm not sure when the last time you visited Thay was, child, but," and she again looks around. This city could not even measure up to one of the poorer districts in one of those small cities of the lands of Thay.
I thought Thay was just a pit of undead.
No. Well, I see that we are surrounded by ignorance from this group. It is a wonder to me that you were as successful as you were, knowing as little as you do.
It's surprising to me that you were as unsuccessful as you were, considering how much you think you know.
Well, I understand what I know, and I understand that you have what we need. However,
you have what we need.
Well, perhaps we both have what we both need. It seems to me that perhaps we are allies in this.
Keep probing. I need to know if she's
I do not ally.
match.
I do not ally with brigands.
Yes. What are you doing, John? Rafina? What are you doing, Rafina?
I want to make sure her surface thoughts are still matching her words.
The
Whether
surface
she
thoughts.
actually wants to work with us, or
That's probing. No, you can't figure out what she's thinking. Yeah. Surface thoughts. Yeah, surface thoughts are surface thoughts. It's basically the next thing she's going to say, or, digesting the conversation. If you want to get any kind of deeper meaning, you got to get on in there.
I want to ask her, what are you offering, or what are you suggesting?
Well,
probing with the same. I want to hear as she's thinking effectively, because that's the surface.
Yes, I know. So
I don't want to know if it's true. I just want to know what she's doing.
Right. So I can repeat that again if you'd like. She says, yes, well, we are all brigands here. This city has fallen into ruin long ago, and even if you are a potential...
The heir of Omu, I am Princess Moxinari. I'm no brigand.
Yes.
You will watch your tongue in my city.
Yes, I'm sure you are a very powerful queen in a very powerful city. She has this clear look of disdain upon her face as she looks back. And you see her; she's sort of scowling more. Rafina, you get the sense that her surface thoughts are drifting more to anger. She's clearly trying to be diplomatic, but she is.
You can hold your tongue, or there will be no deals until you return the relics that belong to me.
And you see, also the two wizards that stand at night, they've sort of taken these flanking positions, and the brigands are all sort of like fingering their weapons. Everybody's sort of sensing the tension here, and the two red-robed males that are next to her, they're actually scowling. They're like actively scowling at you and kind of like casting glances at one another, as if perhaps surprised that they're not in combat yet. She says, your petulance disturbs me, child, and you are nearing the end of my patience. I am offering you a chance to work with us to achieve what we are both trying to accomplish, which is to gain entry into the tomb.
Well, let me propose this to you. What if you give over the relics to the princess, and then we are going to continue on. We will get the last cube. We will get into the tomb, and you obviously don't think that we're competent enough to complete it, and then you can just walk behind us and step over our dead bodies and do whatever you want.
Get the last cube. Interesting words for a group who has only collected 2 of them.
Yeah, I assumed you were lying.
And she says, oh, do not worry. I do not underestimate you. I know that you are a very competent group. You have shown your resourcefulness multiple times. In fact, Our Lady Valindra sent us word to be wary of you, for she sees something in you worth respecting.
She was hospitable.
I have no doubt that she was. So, you need 1 more cube. Perhaps we can help you to get this last cube, and we could all enter the tomb together. Perhaps we could enter the tomb and then go our separate ways inside.
Why would I agree to that?
See, as the rightful queen of Omu, she, by rights, owns all of the cubes. She owns everything in Omu.
So a queen of Omu proposes to own the cubes that belong to the shrines of the 9 gods?
They are our cultural relics, not yours.
We're not here for cultural relics. In fact, how about this? You let us use the cubes. We'll go into the tomb, and then we will give them all back to you. You will have all of your cultural relics safely in your own hands, and your entire city shall be left unto you, and we shall perform our business inside the tomb of a Sararak. Surely, even the princess of Omu lays no claim to a Sararak's domain.
No, but that's why we're here.
For the record, I just want to point out that this person you're talking to, and I don't think I do a good job of representing this, but the person that you're talking to is really smart. Like, she is quick, she is on her feet, she is noticing everything. You're talking to a really, really, really smart, wise person who, like, kind of gives you that sense of someone who sees everything and knows so many things. That's just sort of the air that she kind of represents, or that she gives off as you're talking to her. So, I think that's a fair bargain. You get your cultural relics. We get to go and take care of this soulmonger that is plaguing our world.
I think I've laid down the conditions of a deal already.
What do you want with the soulmonger?
Why? We need to stop it from its terrible influence upon the world.
And then?
That's it. Stop it. It must be stopped. It is an enormous thorn in the side of the lands of Thay, and we have been sent here to deal with it.
I want to use insight,
All right.
skill, to see
All
if
right.
she's lying.
Roll me some D20.
Yeah,
I'll give you
I was thinking.
advantage since you're sort of in her brain.
Insight.
Now, if you want, I can roll a second one, but I'm pretty
You happy with
high
that?
on
Yeah.
my first.
She seems to actually be. She seems to be legit. She seems to be telling the truth. She was sent by her lands here to deal with the soulmonger.
To destroy it?
Destroy it. Well,
That's not what he said. He said deal with it.
perhaps destroy it, but first it must be taken back so that it may be researched. We have
Right.
to know what it is and what it does and how it works. Destroying something like that could have terrible repercussions. We must take it back to Thay, where the wizened wizards there. There is no greater place on this world for a thing such as this to be studied than to Thay. This you can be sure. We
Well,
shall
there's
study it.
Hyrule.
What's that?
There's Hyrule.
Yes, no. There.
The land of the good wizards, the ones that are supposedly your virginities.
I assure you, the Wizards of Hyrule have no. Their knowledge of these things cannot compare to ours. We are, how should I say, we are experts in the cultivation of souls. And she smiles.
Which seems exactly why it would be not a great idea for you to actually gain control of the secrets of the soulmonger.
Well, that is for people, not us. Your goal here, I'm sure, is to remove the effects of the soulmonger from the world. Save the world from the soulmonger, surely. So is ours.
That does no good if 10 more soulmongers spring up, or hundreds. How many are in your order?
How many
It's a
soul?
nation.
I know. How many soulmongers will we have instead of the one?
I cannot answer that question.
After you've studied it.
Yes.
Well, she seems genuinely stumped. She doesn't really have an answer for that question. Our goal is not to get the soulmonger and to weaponize it. You don't have to worry about that. We seek to get the soulmonger to study it and to learn how it works.
We should just kill these thieves.
You
Kill them
can
the way we've dealt with every other brigand and common.
you can see how our only goal would be to destroy it.
And perhaps it should be destroyed. In fact, what if we... Very well. What if we go on record and we will assure you that we will destroy it. We will find out what this soulmonger is. We will find this artifact and we will destroy it.
You can understand how that won't be good enough.
No? We're giving you what you ask for.
No.
Well, you're just giving us assurances, and it's not that we don't necessarily trust you. We just don't know you.
Well, let me introduce myself. I am Zagmira. Many call me the Two-Faced, but we need not go into that.
Right.
I
See,
am-
that right there, kind of.
Surely we can trust the Two-Face.
I am the right hand wizard for Valindra Shadowmantle. And I assure you, I am no one to be trifled with. My patience grows weary. I need access into this tomb. There's one more cube to get. You can get it, and then allow us to use the cubes, or we will take them by force. And Orvex whispers into your ear. He says, "Friends, she is the right hand, but her two companions are just as powerful as she is. Do not underestimate them."
Then where will we
Orvex-
find, since you know so much about us, where will we find the other stone?
Hmm. There is a place. It is on the northern side of the city. That is a place we have not yet searched. I'm sure it is in that area. I do know the entrance into the tomb is in that area as well, so it would not be unreasonable for one of the keys to be close to it. Her guards that are around her, they've sort of like taken up a little more protective stance. They've shifted a little bit, taken up a little more protective stance around her, and the tension is palpable. You can feel the two. She seems calm, but the two wizards near her, they're like itching, like their fingers are like twitching towards their spell reagents in their bell pouch. Man, they are on the edge.
So, which cubes do you not have?
It's just one. Have you been listening?
Yeah, she has all but one.
And the ones that we don't have, and the ones that we have.
Both of them.
Well, based upon your words, I can assume that you now have... Let us put our cards on the table, friends, shall we? Based upon your words, I can assume that you have 6 of the 9 cubes necessary. We have 2 of them. There's one more yet unaccounted for. There is an area of the city which I believe it must lie, but I do not know where it is exactly, but it should not be hard to find. I propose we go there as a group. I will even allow you to get the last cube, the final cube. Once you have it, we shall go to the entrance of the temple, or the entrance to the tomb. We shall use the keys, and we shall enter the tomb, and we shall handle this beat. You may all go back to your lives knowing that your mission is accomplished. Young child princess, you may have all of the cubes when we are done opening the tomb, as they are your cultural relics. I can see no way for the rest of us, for all of us to win outside of this proposal of mine. I assume it is satisfactory.
Omu has no interest in your proposal.
Well, Omu, again, she looks around at the ruins. Omu has little say in things these days. It is but a ruined city in a forgotten jungle, in a rotten, hot part of the world that I am tired of being in. You may have it. It in all of its ruins, in all of its denizens, is yours. I have no interest in it. But
Give us a cube and leave.
With our assurances that we will take care of it.
You have misheard me, friends. I
mean,
am here.
After all, we were able to get 6 of the cubes, whereas you were only able to get 2. So, you may rest assured that the soulmonger threat has been taken care of, and you can get out of this hot, godforsaken jungle and go back to Thay and
tell them everything's fine.
Or go back to Valindra.
I will not return to Valindra without the soulmonger.
I see.
As I said, we are going to get in that tomb. We are going to get this soulmonger, and we are going to take care of it. We will keep it. We will break its hold upon the world. We will fix that travesty, for that is not the natural order of things, and that must be stopped. The best way to do that, however, well, we won't know that until we've studied it.
Things. Didn't you try to take your granddaughter's life?
No, she did. She just took over her body. That's where she is now. That's why.
And now she's lecturing us on the natural order of things. Please.
Well, there's also the fact that she wants to get the soulmonger for an insane lich.
She's a monster herself. We should put her down.
Why is your answer always to fight?
Whoa! Now, calm down.
Wait.
We can't have Rafina being the voice of reason here.
Did I just hear the life cleric of Lathander argue against killing something? Like, did that actually just happen?
Rafina would be my big ally in this.
that's what I was thinking. I thought I was going to have to hold you both back.
I'm seriously,
I think if you hadn't said anything, Rafina would have taken the lead on being the fighter.
I was seriously expecting John, when this whole thing opened, for John to just have a YouTube clip of Conan's clip in where he goes, "Enough talk," and he throws the dagger at the dude, right? I was expecting John to just like play that from like minute 3, right? Like 3rd minute of the session, John just played.
Well, one can hope, but
All right. Well, so they want the cubes. You want the cubes. Man, this is a sticky situation.
It's rough. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. What do you do? Do you murder hobo? Do you negotiate? Do you try to find a short path to get to the goal? You know, if they're providing an easy way to get through this, you guys can skip the whole tomb. Like, you don't really want to go into the Tomb of Annihilation. It's a terrible place.
Great Huddle might have negotiated. Maxinare will not negotiate on this.
So
why don't you all just go get the 3rd cube and we'll meet you at the entrance of the tomb?
That's really not good enough.
and we really would be waiting forever.
No, they have to come. They need all
They
the
were
cubes to-
They were here before us. They only got 2 cubes. God only
They couldn't
knows
even
how
figure out the
long it would
keys.
take them to get a 3rd. I mean, they had to leave that one tomb. They just couldn't even figure it out. They just left. I mean, think about it.
The one we spent like 10 minutes in?
Yes, that one.
It was tricky.
Yeah, it was so tricky.
To rock a rhyme.
But
Tell you what, this is a quick little bit in here. Can you guys roll me a perception check? I hate to muddy the waters more, but you should. There are things you should
we
know.
have passive perception, right?
Yes, I do.
I would prefer active perception.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't matter to me.
Holy.
We're alert.
Clearly,
Not me.
at least you are.
Yeah. Some of us are tense.
Wow. All right. So the three of you who've gotten 20 or above, so this is the ruins of Omu. There are a lot of small creatures, rodents, things of that nature, sort of around the city all the time, right? There's a lot of
We see chewingas.
overgrowth. You don't right now, but what you do notice is that around this area, this might actually be an investigation. I maybe should have done this investigation. Yeah.
I'm all about doing an investigation.
Yeah. Well, what you notice is that kind of around the area, not where you are, but like in the peripherals of your vision, you're noticing snakes. Like usually you'll see a snake here, a snake there, but you've spotted in the last few minutes of this conversation several large-sized snakes that'll kind of pop into view, or you'll catch a glimpse of one as it's moving from building to building. And you've noticed that there is an unusually, in your opinion, an unusually large number of sort of snakes kind of moving around this area. Staying far away from you, but it's weird that you keep noticing these little glimpses of movement, and you notice the movement and you see the end of a snake sort of slithering out of view. Zagmira, she looks at Rafina, and she looks deep into your eyes, Rafina, and she says, "Do not think that I have not noticed your intent gaze upon me." Tell me, Cleric of Lathander, does this young child speak for all of you? Is your final answer that you will not yield and we must take the cues by force? That is.
I was hoping to get out of a fight with this because, well, we're surrounded in undead-infested, snake-filled city.
There seems to be little reason for us to fight. We are not adversaries. In fact, we have the same goal. There's no need for us to fight one another to achieve the same thing.
Why do you fear this monster, Athena? Put her down. You've put stronger creatures in this.
Quiet, child! I have listened to you long enough.
Yeah. All right. I'm getting ready for combat now. I have a feeling it's going to be happening very shortly.
Yeah, that was like the old side of her. Kind of looked at you and she gave you that sharp grandmother tongue. Quiet, child. I've listened to you long enough. And then the nice, bright, young side turns back to Rafina. We would also like to leave this without combat, but we are running out of time.
You know, we could always start heading that way and talk as we walk before we're surrounded by the rest of the creatures in this.
All things considered, why don't we walk to the north? And if you decide that you just can't agree with us along the way, then we'll fight it out then.
This seems like the worst idea ever for us. I'm just gonna say, not even like sort of like it's a really bad idea, guys. No, this is literally what y'all are saying is literally the worst idea ever.
Literally the worst idea ever. Literally the worst
idea ever.
Come on, surely.
Give me another.
Not even figuratively. No. Literally the worst idea ever.
Give me another 30 seconds and I'll have a worse one.
I don't understand where all of a sudden you guys have lost your balls. Come on now. It's just a couple of Red Wizards.
Look at Mawaks and say, why do we need a fight? But think to Mawaks, because she can hear my thoughts if I want her to, and I can hear hers, is do you really think we can win this fight?
Absolutely.
Okay, wait. You can project thoughts with that helm?
Yes. Look at it up.
Oh, I'm looking it up.
On a creature, you can use an action to cast a suggestion.
Now it's almost.
Or I can use an action to. I can use a bonus action.
John lies. I'm not gonna look it up.
Message to a creature you are focused on.
Ah.
You can reply using a bonus action to do so while your focus is on it, and continue. So I can talk mind to mind to Mawaks as long as I'm looking at her. And
The Mawaks also does have some pretty special abilities.
No, she had to give all those up, remember?
No, I thought you still kept the telepathy thing.
That was from the old one, patron. I had to when I went to last.
Oh, you changed patrons. That's right. Never mind. All right.
Never mind.
So this is the metagame part that we can metagame using the actual
detect thoughts. Yeah, no, you can't do that. Joe, what do you should
No, you're looking at spells. Look at Helm of Telepathy.
Yes, you can use an action to cast detect thoughts as long as you maintain concentration. Let's see. In the spell, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature you're focused on. Ah.
And we'll continue on.
Right on.
It can reply using the bonus action on its side.
While you focus on it, continues. Oh, right on. Oh, man, this is like the
battle plans back and forth without anybody seeing as bonus actions.
Oh, shit. Don't do that. Don't look at that. Nobody look. Okay.
I'm looking.
All right, you guys think away.
So since this is super quick, the question is, do you really think we can take this group? Because they're a lot higher level than us.
Oh, well, I don't know what level means.
I don't think Moaxinari... John, can I meta this a little bit? Do you think Moaxinari... But no, I'm sorry. Moaxinari.
Yeah, that's true. Moaxinari, of course, we can beat everything. Even though she's watched Rast get eaten in one round.
And yet here he is, in all his glory.
Well, not all of it.
Let me just say, his stamina was not diminished.
Oh yeah, Rask, you know that last week apparently Moaxinari was waking up late at least one day, right? Was that
Gerald and I discussed that on Discord.
Oh, that's gross. I'm glad you guys did that someplace else because that's gross. That's cool.
Yeah.
We go all out, man. We don't like half role play. We role play while we're playing. We role play offline. Like Gerald and Elliot actually had sex to really just get the role play thing.
Thibodeau, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, right on. You know, like, hey, I applaud that. In fact, if you guys,
Wait, what does that fall exactly look like?
if you guys actually had sex, I'm gonna give both of you double inspiration.
Well, Watson-Ari and Rastanos had sex.
That's not as cool. All right. Well, anyway, so in the future, if you guys actually do that, then I'm willing to give out inspiration. So if you want to get some inspiration, that's a good way to do it.
I'm willing not to hear about how they got it. Just give it to them and we'll go from there.
Oh, that's just awful. All right, carry on.
Okay.
So Milwaukee, I don't think we can take this group without losing at least part of our party.
Nonsense. We're at full strength. We have all of our resources, and we have our magic items we can depend on. We have lots of advantages that we can pull out. Plus, let's face it, these guys probably won't fight to the death, right? They're wizards. They spent all their time building up these. So all we need to do is show them they can't win, and they're gone. It's all a mind game.
I just need to know: are you going to start a fight? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
If you're gonna put it like that, yes.
That's all I need to know.
Okay.
Initiative starts next because I'm going to cast suggestion on her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're not going to get out of a fight, we're going to start it. So that's what I wanted to know. The answer is that Milwaukee is going to start a fight no matter what. So why are we trying?
Why are we even trying?
I don't know if I can start a fight by myself. But I'm certainly going to urge the party to
Just start casting. As soon as you start doing that, even if it's those defensive things that you want people to hit you or whatever, as soon as you start doing that, you're going to break this détente.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay. Well, Roy, I guess I will turn to her. It says, well, it sounds like our queen, our resident queen. Is she a queen or a princess at this point?
Princess still.
Okay. Our resident princess has decided that the blocks are very important to her. Is there any way we could just convince you to hand us the blocks and we'll go in the tomb first? You follow behind us, maybe?
Then we don't have to fight.
I mean, otherwise we could just exhaust both of our resources and then hope nothing else destroys both of us. But there's other things in the city, as we both know.
Indeed.
Like teleporting T-Rexes. They're the worst.
No, wise cleric, that many consider it folly to listen to the strategic advice of the young, for they have little knowledge of the world and its workings. They have little appreciation for the cost of war, so they often advocate war. They often advocate violence and action.
You're much wiser and know that we should not fight.
Indeed, I am, but it seems that you are not. So, unless you can stifle your companion, we may be in a bad position.
I keep trying to, but she is really hard to stifle.
Maybe not the other night, but
Well, very well then.
Cast suggestion, Roy. Focus to her and slam her with it.
Hang on.
That starts initiative.
That does indeed. Hang on. So let's set this up. Let's see what I have in my bag of tricks for a map. Oh, this one looks good. Excellent. It's almost as if I prepared this. Hang on. All right, this is going to take me. This will take me a minute. Let's see. I need to
like
put.
I said, almost.
Either
Almost.
that or you can just fail your save and then we have no combat.
It's true.
Now look,
That's always
we
an
all
option, Roy.
we all
Here
know.
we go, that is a good, solid choice there.
I don't know. We know her intelligence is high. How's her wisdom?
She also looked wise, John.
Yeah, I know. We're probably tough.
You're not going to get a free action on this person. Everybody here is waiting for something to happen. I think.
Yes, but nobody sees this. That's the whole point. Remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is no movement, none of that. There is no, hey, pull out your gun. Your hands are on your guns. My hands are in the clear, and I'm just.
Whoa. Do I get guns? When do I get guns?
You have guns.
You're already a
Eighth
gun.
level.
You're a blaster cannon.
Oh yeah.
But I could have blaster cannon and guns.
So I'm going to have to focus directly talking to this chick again, which I'm doing now. And then I can cast a suggestion.
If he gets to cast suggestion, do I get Han Solo type blasters? No. Guess not.
Because talking isn't an action, correct?
Wow, this is tricky. And part of this is sort of my internal thing because I don't want you to fight these guys, but
That's why I'm trying to get around.
I've also put a lot of preparation into fighting these guys, so I feel like we should because I put all this work into it.
Don't worry, the die will probably favor you. We've learned how you roll,
Yeah, Roy doesn't fail saving throws.
and it is a wisdom save.
But wait, can you? If she's on the combat tracker, couldn't you make the saving throw instead of Roy?
Oh, that's
We
true.
have a fair chance.
Somehow. It does seem to work that way.
John rolls average. Roy rolls.
Ridiculous.
Oh man. Our
Right.
combat tracker, if this combat happens, it's gonna be so big.
Oh yeah, it's 10 people on their side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
12
6,
people on
7
their
on ours. Before
12 people on
before all the summons and everything else that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think we can assume that Orvex will defect as soon as this starts.
Yeah.
That would be 13 people on their side.
You should bring in the bear. You should bring in the bears.
Oh, it's going to get nasty quick. Because there'll be no punches pulled in this.
All right, Rafina,
Can I pull a bunch? Just
you want
for
to
fun?
cast? You can pull whatever you want. Just do it off camera.
Below the two.
Let's see.
Chris, where are your hands?
All right, how do I like the scale in these? Let's see.
First, you got to put everybody in the combat tracker. Or otherwise, everything you're putting on that map is useless.
No. I got to do the reset individual token scale. Lock token scale. I think that's it, right? And then, no.
So Rafina, why didn't you heal yourself earlier?
Because we just walked out. I thought we were going to do that short rest and then go to the next 3 temples.
No, we walked out and crossed the bridge, went onto the causeway.
Not before we killed the tree even more.
Yes. We had to make sure that we murdered that tree dead.
I think we should call this night Palm Tree's Revenge, if any of us die.
Well, I'm probably going down first because this is going to put me in the prime target area.
At least you know what your first action is going to be.
Oh, I know what my first action is going to be. It might be my last.
Why is this so big? I thought there's a way. All right, you fantasy ground experts. I know there's a way to set up tokens and set the scale of the tokens on a map without having to adjust every single token.
You set the grid first and then tell it to match.
I have a grid. I need. That's not telling me. That's not helping.
Dude, I'm not.
Grid is set, they
DM
should-
Oh, reset individual. No. Release
as
tokens.
a player, I don't think I get those
Did you put the
options.
tokens on before setting the grid?
No,
have
you
to
set
set
the
the
grid,
grid
then
before
do
you-
the token.
It should have been, unless these tokens aren't matching up to character sheets.
No, the tokens are bigger, but there's a way you can scale them so that. Hang on, I'm experiencing technical difficulty. Let's see. Reset individual token scale. Maybe I have to do it for every token. I really thought that.
No, it's not for every token. I can guarantee that. Because I thought it was you set your grid, then you take your token, and then you set your token size. Then it was like right click and mirror it to all tokens.
You and I are thinking the same way. However, in
But
reality,
again, remember, I'm not in the DM side, so I don't see the options.
release token scale. I'm gonna give about 10 more seconds of this, and then lock token scale.
Hold on.
What map are we using?
I haven't given you the map yet.
Okay. That makes me feel better for not seeing it.
All right, fine. Let's see.
Hover your mouse over the token, hold control, and that lets you change it.
That changes the token. I need to change all the
First,
tokens.
place the token, unlock the scale, unlock the token, delete it, drag it back, and it should be done. So place token, unlock token scale, unlock token, then delete the token and then drag it back on the map. See if that solves it.
No.
No, that D20 Pro program doesn't have this problem.
Yeah, it doesn't have half the features either.
Yeah, it may.
Get the door, it's Domino's.
Who is it?
Oh, good. Wow.
You
I
didn't
seriously
use
run for a
scale to
weapon.
grid.
That was here.
Oh, you know what? I didn't. Hang on. You know what? Let me. Blah blah blah. There we go.
Does anybody remember if this is our third encounter now? I think it is.
Yes, this is our third. No.
Since the long
It's our
rest?
second.
Since the long rest, this would be our third or fourth.
No, third.
Because didn't we do 3 shrines? We did a long rest.
The rest. Well, I think the encounter was with the Grung. There wasn't really an encounter with Ding Ding, was there?
Yeah. We did the whole temple. That's an encounter.
I don't
Was
think
there-
that that's an encounter.
Was there an interaction with a creature that might kill you?
The snakes, and then the temple where
Yeah, we-
where Rafina got shot by a crossbow. I think those were
Yeah.
the 2 encounters.
Those
Those
are
are
the
the
two
two encounters.
combats. But we interfaced with the grunts after our now.
Did we
No, I
use
think
the skill?
that's.
They were already
That's
friends
all-
at that point. That doesn't count.
You have to. Yeah, you have to
Did we
use. You
use a
have to use
skill?
resources.
Yeah.
Have to use resources.
Or skills.
Okay, fine.
So this would be the third encounter.
This will be the third encounter.
This
Third
is the
encounter
third
abilities.
encounter, whether we fight or not. Actually.
Third encounter abilities will be in effect.
So I want to use a suggestion spell of my persuasion to convince her to give us the cubes and let us go through the tomb first.
Because he's working so hard on this map, I think my confidence in that working is very slim.
You don't. You can't add suggestions. You have to have a single suggestion, not a series of suggestions. Suggestions. Oh, for the love of Christmas. All right. What time is it? All right, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to actually let's do the suggestion. All right, Rafina. Suggestion: Zegmira, the wise, the two-faced. What is your suggestion to Zegmira?
And I get a sentence or two, correct?
No, you get to suggest one thing. It can be in as
course of
few.
action.
It can be in as few or as many words, but you get to suggest to her to do one thing. So if it's one sentence or 2 sentences or 6 sentences, 3
Right.
words,
Gotcha.
50 words, you get to suggest one thing.
So I can't suggest that she should give us the cubes and let us go in the tomb first.
Right, you should give us the cubes and let us go and then go to the bathroom and then dye your hair blue and then travel to... No, you get to suggest one thing. Now, this isn't a wish spell, so the wording and such like that is whatever. The point is, you get to make one suggestion. So, if you want to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, I'm just going to do 1. Just so you know. Tell you what, this is a good time to take 3. Take 3, because until you guys take 5, you take like 10, right? We're going to do 3. We're going to do a quick, hit a bio, hit a drink. We're coming right back. We're going to hear Rafina's suggestion, and we're going to be amazed that's going to keep us from having to do this combat where I kill you all, because I really don't want to kill everybody. I like you guys. So, see you guys in 3. 3. No more than 3. Oh, well, perfect timing. The wife's calling. Oh, I love it. All right.
Yeah, and I got to put Kithman to bed. So, yeah.
Man, we are psychically linked.
Hang on.
And because, 10 seconds ago, 15,
Oh, this might hurt.
Oh, this is going to hurt. I'm just waiting for the party to get back to see what my suggestion should be. Because I thought
No. Come up with it.
Oh, I've got a few to come up with this.
Oh, okay. What do you think? What's your first one? How is your suggestion going to get us out of this fight?
Leave without a fight.
Well, no. Then they take the cubes.
No. See what I'm saying? How am I going to word it that ain't going to fight? Because even if I don't start it, Milwaukee is. That's what I was trying to get out of.
Oh, I know. You
and Roy
can.
sort of screwed me because it suggests a course of activity, which I thought was give us the cube so we can.
Yeah. No, I can see his point though.
I know what he's trying. I can cast multiple suggestions, but I'll probably not
you
even
get
get
one.
this.
You'll get one shot at this. Yeah. You could always use it on the one Oxnari.
I had almost considered that actually. Chris, any input?
But then that's only one suggestion to her too, so it wouldn't even help.
No, you can cast as many as you want. You do realize this, right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna.
But before we start a fight with them, I'm only getting one off.
Right.
So, Gerald, any suggestions since Roy sort of crippled what I can do and can't do?
I would say suggest to her that she
agrees to give us the cubes.
No, that she agrees to our original terms.
Oh, that's good.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Because that is a course of action.
Yeah.
That's one singular course of action, even if it has two parts.
True.
Technically, there's three. Give us the cubes, apologize to the Throne of Omu, and leave forever.
Oh, that's great. That's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
To do that.
Shirley probably wouldn't like my other idea.
Recognize, this is a second level magic, so factor that into whatever.
Sleep's first level, and if you still fail to save, you're fucked.
Skills first is
poison spell.
I've given my only advice that I will give on this subject.
Well, you could always follow my first suggestion to you, John.
Yeah, use it on the princess instead of her.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Sorry, Gerald.
Damn. Wow.
Oh, that's a great idea. That just goes to show you.
Elliot, I can't hear you.
I said that might be the only thing that gets us out of this alive.
Probably, actually.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing ever.
Hey, I'm glad I kept. I didn't speak any words. I sure spoke nothing. One idea.
Hey, is Wisdom Moaxanari's dump stat, or does she just act that way?
Oh, wow.
Damn, it's brutal tonight.
That's Elliot talking, not Rastanos. Rastanos is smitten.
He's actually pretty good at wisdom saves.
Okay. Yeah, Rastanos is totally in love, but Elliot's an asshole.
Well, I'm going to go for
You don't
both.
have to tell us.
So when you're ready to start, tell us we're on.
Yeah, because you recognize an asshole when you see one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah.
Here's the problem. If Fantasy Ground is going to stop our game just like this, we really shouldn't be using it for streaming.
Yeah. Well, so I realized that actually what happened. The map I'm using is
Huge.
the map. Yeah. So this is actually my inexperience with Fantasy Grounds. The map I'm using does not have. It has a built-in grid, which I didn't realize I still have to lay a Fantasy Grounds grid on top of it in order to scale the tokens. So that's why tokens weren't scaling correctly. So because I Yes, so because I didn't put a fantasy ground grid on the grid, anyway, that's why the tokens are jacked up. So I'm gonna let me share this sheet.
Well, it's going to be a short night, guys.
Why is it short night?
It'll take us an hour to get through one combat round. So
Yeah, but I think it's only going to take a few rounds.
Yeah, it's only going to be one combat round, so that's going to work out just fine.
man, you guys are such fatalists.
Well,
Prove me wrong.
No, you have to prove yourself wrong.
what is it? Nine mercenaries and 3 red wizards?
Just 8 mercenaries and 3 red wizards.
4.
So how far away are we? We have to be closer than that if we're parlaying.
Not really.
Not really.
10. I assume this was sort of one of those standoff. I mean, you could,
Yeah.
you know,
No, I don't want to be any closer. I'm good.
Yeah, neither do I.
60.
What's the range of your helm, John?
30 feet.
Oh God. Well, yeah,
Oh.
that
We're
close.
negotiating, so I'm assuming
So-
we're going to be fairly close.
You could be closer,
That's why
yeah.
our mercenaries came
Well-
forward.
Well, look, okay. So for now, within reason, let's say within like, you know, within this area, you guys can have terrible.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll drink it. Look, I got. Well,
That's what I brought.
the bar is stocked. Go. Yeah. Within this area, if you guys want to move around, I kind of put you guys where I thought you would. I imagine Waxnara would be kind of in the front. I imagine Rastalnos would be sort of at her side, you know, for whatever. I imagine Alessandra will be hiding in the back. I don't know where Sashira might be. I just have no idea. Waxnara, you are not hiding behind a wall. You are standing out boldly challenging these people. So that's fine. Fair enough. Yeah, Sashira, you can exactly. In fact, we'll let Orvix hide behind. Hide behind. Oh, actually, Orvix will be guarding Waxnari's rear. That's his standard. His standard thing is
He does dig her rear.
his standard action is guarding her rear. Her rear.
I think he's gonna die for an inside joke, but
Yep.
It hasn't killed Rastalnos yet.
what are you talking about? That's an intense romance.
That's an
It'll be a
inside
little
job
bit-
for sure.
Filled with
I'll be a
tension,
little bit braver. Not happy about it.
mystery.
Yeah, don't go too close. Like I said, let's leave you behind because I'm just the primary talkers. I'm kind of putting in front because I figure they're standing forward to talk. But as I mentioned, Zagmira is sort of or the bodyguards around Zagmira are clearly purposely taking a defensive formation. These guys, as I said, they. This is an experienced combat group. These guys know what they're doing. She is super smart. She is dealing with a very lawful, if evil, group of people. So they are martial. They are very good at doing things like protecting the wizards they're there to protect.
Too
That's
bad we suck.
Why
Well,
do
no.
they leave her so open from behind then?
Did we roll initiative already?
Not
No.
yet.
no.
Oh, God,
So,
no.
Rafina, you were going to make a suggestion.
I would like to propose that we go with our original terms that we gave you. That way we can not fight.
Our original terms all right. I don't know what the original terms were. Let me see. So do I allow this vague puff of a suggestion to go?
Why don't you just roll? Because if it's nothing useful, it doesn't matter.
Our original terms. That's so. What is that? Does John Rafina? You explain to me what that means exactly.
Our original terms was give us the cubes and let us go first.
No.
That was our original. Then Mawak said,
See,
no, give me the
nobody
cubes.
knows. Nobody knows what you mean. We're going to sit here and argue for 10 minutes over what that means. So, give me a real suggestion.
You can say, "Oh, I can't give you the suggestion."
No. Oh, by the way, this is a really good time. Thank you, Sashira. Paul, for reminding me. This is a really good time to mention that we are not going to be metagaming. We're not going to be playing other people's characters. We're going to play our characters.
I've kept my mouth shut.
Go. Rafina.
Painfully.
I suggest you all leave without a fight. Ta-da!
All right.
How's that for simple and straightforward as you can get?
It's not. It sucks. It's a terrible suggestion. But
Yes, but it's nothing that's directly.
it doesn't do anything. It doesn't what does that mean? So anyway, all right. So we will roll a d20. Give me my.
Does it use my abilities or what's the abilities at the helm?
So it's going to, let's see. Let's roll a wisdom save. Oh, this isn't so good. Let's see. Oh,
Ooh,
right on the cusp.
that's not very good at all.
Well, let me look it up.
Because if you use my wisdom, it's +4 to that.
No, it's not. It's not. Just stop guessing. Let me look this up so we can get into the fight because this isn't going to do anything. Ooh, DC 13. All right, so she actually makes it. Wow. So, all right. So you say, I suggest you all leave without a fight. And she kind of looks at you and she flinches for a second and then she smiles. She says, a clever tactic, but it will avail you not. Apparently, we won't be leaving without a fight. Take the cubes! Let's roll initiative, my friends.
Well, at least nobody's surprised. So
Nobody was going to be surprised. No one was going to be surprised by this comment.
There was
we were all
no
gonna be surprised if this didn't
anything, no surprise in here anywhere. No.
Even the snakes knew.
I'm
Even the snakes
pretty
knew.
sure Soldier Sylvain is like lounging in her chair, dying, and she's like, wow, that's going to be a combat.
So
They're
should
all
we
gonna
all
kill
roll
each other.
initiative now?
Oh man.
Everybody roll initiative. Let me know when that's all done. Oh,
Cool.
man.
At this rate, we'll all be dead, like you said. No worries.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh yeah, we'll all be dead.
This is gonna be great.
This is terrible.
Oh, we're slow.
This is so bad.
I'm going to use
that's so
inspiration
slow.
on my... I'm going to use inspiration on my initiative roll.
Yeah?
Hey, yeah. Did I get some inspiration from journaling?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
Anybody who
everyone
journaled gets inspiration. That's a standard rule. Yes, absolutely. Wow, pretty good.
I'll just keep it for my first save because obviously I didn't use it for my initiative.
Yeah, the incoming's coming. Not that Roy would have
Oh,
let
my.
that actually come across anyway as a suggestion. So
Well,
Yeah,
it was,
I think that
the problem is like suggestion can be really useful when it's very short and very has a distinct thing. One thing to know about
I'm
not gonna tell you that.
You get what I said.
Let's not get into that right now.
yeah, that's good. That's actually a really good idea. All right, hang on. I got.
we're all gonna die.
Yep.
But that's okay.
No,
Is
it's
it?
not.
It's really not.
Hey, I didn't want it. I didn't want this fight. Remember
Holy God,
that.
this map is huge, Roy.
Yeah, it's really big. I like it a lot.
When you really, just for future reference, when you really don't want to fight, don't give the first excuse. Like, you kind of resigned yourself that it was going to be a fight, so you cast suggestion. But until then, we were still negotiating.
There was.
Hey, how do I draw shapes on here again?
If
Somebody
you
remind me.
truly don't want to fight,
Right click and go to pointers, and then it will show you the different shapes you can draw.
Right click. Oh, pointers. Oh, excellent.
But you may want to clear that goofy pointer you have already.
I like my goofy pointer. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Kona Cold's gonna suck.
Dang, yeah, this is tough. All right. How do I clear a pointer? How do I get rid of this goofy pointer I made?
Up in the top clear. Oh no, right click and it should say pointers and remove pointers.
Now, is somebody moving up to take the place of that mercenary? Because
Why would
doesn't a Kona Cold start at the person casting it?
Yes.
So it can't be there.
Sure can. All right, so initiative 22. Dryvac steps up and says, "This shall be a short fight." This is the guy with that cool pointy beard, right? Bald head, cool pointy beard. Kind of a Ming the Merciless kind of vibe, right? Except he doesn't have the helm. It's just like a bald, shaved head. Cool eyebrows. He steps up, points at you, and this blizzard of cold erupts from his hands. This unimaginably frigid, cold cone of cold envelops everyone, apparently except Sashira, who is hiding behind a wall. Even the distant Alessandra Nalkin. Okay, everybody, make me a... What kind of save is this? This is a...
Dexterity.
Okay, is that right?
Nah.
Constitution save. Yeah, don't guess. Constitution save, everyone. Wax makes it. Wax isn't scared. Alessandra makes it. Wax saves it. Oh no, Alessandra. Oh, that was your initiative. Okay.
Moax made the save. That's about it so far.
Oh wait, actually, he can. How do I? There we go. All right, let's do it this way. Haha. Yes, much better. All right.
Was on my ass.
No, we moved him to a different S. You said you didn't want him by your S. All right, Sashira, we can say you're covered by the wall. All right, everyone else. Oh shit.
Failed.
Nope, wait, hang
No,
on.
I think Moax made it.
All right, so we're gonna target Sandra. Oh no, we gotta target Misha. Is Misha on the map?
Misha's not on the map. Misha's behind me, so is out of the area of effect.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Are you just making that up? Sounds like you're making that up.
Hey,
Raz.
oh, wait a minute.
Wax.
I get an advantage on that roll.
Yes, you do, actually.
I
Athena.
do. I get to roll again.
What?
Yeah, it's magic. I get advantage on all magic rolls. I don't know where that went, but it should be on my character. But let's see. We'll see if it matters. I'll roll another con save. Does a 13 make it?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Not against this guy.
It didn't matter.
All right, here comes the hurt. Yeah, Rafina, you really should have healed yourself earlier. That might actually cost the entire game because you didn't heal yourself.
It doesn't matter.
No, it matters a lot. I think it
You'll
matters a
pretty
lot.
much kill Alessandra too.
No, but if...
You know.
Never mind, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, everyone died.
I told you. One round.
Oh, it
36.
wasn't around. It was
Wait,
one action.
everybody took max damage, though. Wait, hold on. Let's see, Moax, you should have taken half. Rafina, you took full. Shira took none. Alessandra, you should have... Wait, no. Alessandra, you failed, right?
I failed. A 13 did not succeed.
Yep.
Marstelos, you failed.
Yep.
And he was already damaged. That's why he dropped.
Yeah. Yeah, Rafina, if you were healed, then you'd be fine right now. But, all right.
Oh, well.
Right. We get it. You don't care if you live or die.
Orbix. Orbix is waiting. Alessandra. Shit, you're down. All right, Alessandra, roll me a death save. Success. Excellent.
Now, Misha is going to go into my pack and get my potion of healing and feed it to me.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
That's what, a D8?
Yeah.
So I gain 3 hit points. I am awake.
Okay.
And very cold.
And very
And
cold.
very cool.
Like really cold. All right. It is the turn of the mercenaries.
Yeah,
Right.
that's pretty much it.
All right, the mercenaries move up. Actually, you probably can't. All right, Rastalnos, I need a death save. Ooh, all right, you're dying, Rastalnos. Zagmira. So the mercenaries all come up to the party, and they don't actually attack you, but they take up positions, threatening positions. Zagmira, let's see, she looks down at the dead cleric, at the dead... Oh, no, you're alive. I'm sorry. At Alessandra. And she looks at...
They may not know that I'm alive.
True, all right. She looks at Moaxinari, and she looks at Sashira, and she says, as I mentioned, our quarrel is not with you. The cubes. Now.
Who has the cubes?
Yep,
That's a great question. In fact, these three, these three mercenaries are basically holding actions, ready to kill Rafina. And this mercenary 3, is ready to kill Rastalnos. Mercenary 1 is sort of menacing the princess with a sword, a scimitar. And she looks at... You're not sure if she's looking at you or at Sashira, but she says, the cubes now.
I will point to Rafina's body. They're on her body. As far as I
go start collecting cubes from wherever I know they are.
All right, if you start looking over there, the mercenaries all kind of look at you. And the mercenaries around Rafina start rifling her body. And they take all 6 cubes.
Well, 3. Alessandra has the other 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is weird because they're not on my inventory anymore. I'm not sure why.
I didn't take them.
Do I have time to go fix or try to fix Ristelnos from bleeding to death?
Let's see.
It's
Well,
not my real skill set.
Don't even worry about it. It's bonus action, and I'll just cast one of my healing spells.
Okay.
okay. All right. So let's. So they'll go over there. Alessandra.
Yes.
We can say that they don't know you're conscious, but a couple of these guys, in fact, 3 of them sort of march over towards you with the intent to raffle your body.
No. Here, take the cubes.
And they're like, oh, yes. And they take them and look back at Sigmira, and she nods. She motions them back.
So I guess now I roll my death save.
If you want, yeah, go ahead.
Woohoo!
Hey, all right. So 1 stabilization. So so they all come back over here, and Zegmira looks at the princess, and she says, "There is one more cube. We are going to find it now, and we are going to enter this tomb, and we are going to take care of the soulmonger. You have my strongest suggestion: that you tend to your empire. Do not let me see you again, princess." And they warily retreat or walk away.
You just made Orvex go with them. Did that actually happen?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably. Why would he stay with us?
Because we paid him?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, why indeed?
It goes to me.
Orvix,
Not to Orbex. That's
Orvix looks at you guys, and he kind of does a little shrug, and he takes off after them.
Yeah, he signed his death warrant now.
Let's get taught from the unconscious cleric. I joined them. Back.
Wow.
Really,
Actually,
I had
exactly what Montessori does.
I had no idea Cone of Cold was so powerful.
it's a
Why
4th level
not?
spell.
What level spell is it?
Oh my
Like I
god!
said.
Come on.
But
5th level
you
spell.
know a 5th level spell was that powerful, huh?
Well,
You sure you're a DM?
I mean, there are
Hey,
failed
that was
saves.
like-
There are failed saves. There are characters
Get
at
out
half
and say
health.
One round.
Half health characters don't help.
One round.
Half well.
One round.
One action.
One action.
One action,
One
not even a
action.
round. It was the opening action of a dude that rolled a 22 on initiative.
One round.
Crazy.
Wow, man.
Well, that's sort of humbling, right? You guys like rising in
No.
power. We're so cool, and then
Well, 10th level
I
character.
told you we didn't want to fight this.
no, I told you didn't want to fight this, but you could have won this. This is a totally winnable battle.
No, it wasn't.
Cone of Cold is really tough.
Yeah, it totally wasn't a winnable battle. So don't make any illusions about that.
True.
Right.
Don't worry, we're going after a 20th plus level Lich demigod. Hey, we can handle it.
Ah,
I see
I
that.
remember those
Can't-
words.
let's regroup.
It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough campfire talk tonight. All right, so you guys are able to heal yourselves. The showdown. Well, that wasn't.
Yeah. Right.
I put an
Down.
inordinate amount of
Let's
work
call
into
it
that.
down.
The showdown is over. All right, friends.
Man,
So
So
it's almost time for a long rest again.
no, you guys are like 3rd level encounters now, man. This is y'all should have busted out the third level bonuses. Those are pretty awesome.
We didn't get
We couldn't. We didn't get an action.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty funny. You know, logging in to play D&D and not getting an action.
Well,
That's pretty fun.
well, I'm not. I mean,
we did.
I don't know. I feel like that was a reasonable action for a 9th level wizard to take in his opening attack. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't have come out with like a Hail Mary either. I would have come out with.
I mean, I considered Firebolt, and I thought about Cone of Cold. I was like, Cone of Cold, So.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's a reasonable action for a 9th level wizard.
anyway,
Doesn't
but that.
matter.
So, you guys are, but you're getting a taste of the bigger world and of
Long rest.
the Red Wizards of Thay. They're a big deal. So, what now? You have 0 cubes.
Oh well,
Ah,
we don't care.
Yeah, we're
We don't.
I mean, they're going to open up the fucking door, and then we're going to go in and walk over to the box.
Mark's sorry to say that was, I mean,
You wanted to fight.
I signed on to this because I thought that we had a chance in the greater scheme of things, and I don't blame you for what happened, but I cannot, in good conscience, think that we're going to pursue these guys.
Oh, I'm not pursuing them. I'm going to give them enough head start so when they die, we walk over their corpses like we offered them.
I need a voice of reason.
How do we?
They completely fail the fucking test that we could pass, so I don't expect them to pass the tests. So we're going to walk over their dead fucking corpses.
Yeah, but how long do we give them for that? Do we hide
2
out?
hours ahead. We just keep
Hours? No. Hours isn't going to kill these guys. You're talking
Oh, yeah,
days.
it will.
No.
In the tombs?
If ours
right, hang on.
Ours would kill these guys.
Before you guys start talking about all this, or as you guys talk about all this, okay, there are characters that are unconscious. Do we want to do any sort of healing type things to?
You said we were healed up. I'm sorry.
No, we're definitely not healed up. We are.
Okay. I heard you wrong. I'm
So
sorry.
Restaurant. So Restaurant gets. Hang on, this is +4 on this. So Restaurant gets 6 hit points.
I'll make my second save if you don't mind. If nobody's bandaging me.
Surely someone's gonna bandage Rafina.
I've been.
Yeah, Sashira.
My turn. I'll just heal Rafina up too.
Yeah, Sashira wanted to bandage Rafina, so Rafina will be stabilized.
Bandage doesn't matter, right? Because the bandage is only going to stabilize, and I'm going to bring him back to consciousness.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just mentioning that Rafina has no chance of failing a save. So
All right, so 6 more. So Rafina's at 6.
Sweet. Okay.
Rafina's at 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so 45 wounds for Rafina. All right.
Well, now I can use those wonderful abilities that we always talk about, where you can bring people up to half their hit points.
So heal whatever you want. Like, yeah, you guys have time here to do whatever you want. You can sit here and.
No,
Granted.
we're getting out the open.
All right, so you're gonna find sort of a nearby. Pretty easy. You can
What,
You can
what's the
certainly
nearest
find-
temple we wiped?
Get rid of Orvex.
He's gone.
Oh, he's on the map still.
Yeah, he's also a dead man.
He's dead. Dead man walking.
He's dead. He's dead.
You are
got
dead to
everybody
me.
else now.
That temple to the north of us. Which one was that one?
Let's see. That was
Because that's very close.
Oh yeah. Let me
That
see.
would get-
Wasn't
Too bad
that
we
the
already
one that
pushed
came
the
out of?
tree into the lava.
Oh, that was
I
Unk
know,
Shrine.
right?
That was the snail shrine. That was the key. The keys in the snail.
Yeah, that's the one that there's nothing in for us to worry about. We can go rest in there.
This year's summer is going to be very short.
Wait, we can't take another long rest. We just finished a long rest.
No,
Yeah,
we
we
can't
just
take
can't-
a
we
long
can't.
rest, but we could go someplace safe for a second. We can cast heals. I can use channel divinities, and we can short
Okay.
rest.
Sure.
Short
Okay.
rest. Done.
I mean, you know, a
Let's
better
do the
way to
math.
get
Let's
points?
do the math for that, and let's have a group conversation. Not an assumption that everybody's going to follow, because I think our party's pretty much broken up right now. But I'm all down for a conversation. So anyway, let's talk, guys. Let's talk and heal.
Well,
What
let's
just
start
happened?
with,
Why did it happen?
Throw 10 on Alessandra, throw 10 on Rast, and throw 10 on me.
Can you do that, or do I have to do that?
I can do it.
The characters can do it.
No, in the tracker. Can you do the tracker?
It
No, I
updates
think
the
it's
tracker, I
not.
think.
It updates it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it on your character sheet.
Excellent. All right.
Ras, give yourself 10, buddy. I need to know what everybody is at so I know what I'm doing.
You can look in the combat tracker.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
All right, so you retreat to the Shrine of Unk. Unk, which you have come to know as the neutral of the 9 trickster gods, right? Each of the 9 gods seem to have some sort of someone they were fighting against. But Unk the flail snail, he had no enemies, though he also had no allies. But it seems like a fairly reasonable place for the party to regroup after this devastating loss. In fact, the first loss. Is this the first? The first loss, right? The party, the group, this group,
no.
and we started playing this.
Loss.
What's
the
that?
First loss was Grey Petal and Sashira at the Red Brand Hideout.
Well, it's the first loss of the party.
Burn my second channel divinity, and that should bring everybody up to half health.
All right, sold. Let's see. Do you round up? Well, let's see. We'll round up on that. So we'll just say, let's see, 18. Actually, we'll round down on wounds. 17, 18, 18. Ooh, 5. Nice. 25. Nice. All right.
The 5, I don't need a touch.
Well, yeah, Sashira. Sashira cleverly hiding behind a wall.
And then I'm going to burn a spell. I'm going to burn my prayer of healing. So give me a second to...
Prayer of healing. You're casting a spell?
I'm casting a spell. Okay. Ras, Blocks, Alessandra, Riff.
We'll never walk around
No,
with
I
half
can even-
hit points again.
I can even tag Misha again.
Oh,
So, have a heal. Everybody's going to get 2d8 plus 8, and I'm going to get an extra 4 from it.
See, that's some life cleric killing right there. This wine, what's wrong with this wine? This wine's perfectly fine, Elliot. I don't know what the problem is.
Why don't Sashira heal?
I don't know.
Should be at full 2.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll make myself a full.
gotcha.
Everybody should be full now.
So,
Except me.
good.
Because I had
So
1
we can-
points in everybody.
Can we talk?
Sure.
I can
What
listen.
are we going to do?
We're going to let them go get killed, and then we're going to walk over their dead bodies. Unless the princess here has a better idea.
or they win.
They weren't smart enough to do 6 shrines. You think they're going to do the traps and that?
They were smart enough to beat us in less than 3 seconds.
No, that's just power. That's not intelligence. See,
Well,
intelligence.
they're also
is
really
not
smart
right.
because they are wizards.
They couldn't.
And they knew how to
solve
handle
6
us.
of them.
They could
couldn't
solve us.
Temples. They couldn't solve the simple key temple.
They
Well, I
solved
mean,
us.
Well, surely
They just
If-
wiped us.
if they go in, regardless of whether they win or lose, they will weaken the defenses.
well,
Yeah.
if you were going to face Sararak, who would you rather be, us or them?
That's why I'm letting them go first.
So
I mean, I think we're clearly outclassed here.
I think I said that before we started the fight. That's why I asked.
Well, you didn't know that. You were just assuming. Turns out it was a good assumption. But
No, it was a damn assumption.
it wasn't damn good. It was an assumption.
No, it was damn good. You died before you even got to react.
Not good, but damn good.
God.
Not damn, but damn good.
Yes.
I don't know.
So-
My only realistic thought as Moxinara would be to go
Is that
to
you just
Fort
got your ass
Naranjaro
in.
and seek out allies.
Not happening.
Why not?
Because we are
Why?
not leaving Elmo.
We're all the way at
You
the
are
other
leaving
end.
So you're going to leave your city after seeing what it used to be to
I
these
need- I
rotten
need-
bastards.
I need allies that can actually fight.
They
me.
don't care about you. You think
Damn!
Fortnite is
Damn, did you hear that? Did you just hear that smackdown? Did you hear the Princess waxing out?
No, 2 people are talking at once.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
heard.
Good point. Good point. Sorry. Let's talk one at a time. Moaxinara, you said
I propose leaving Omu and returning to Port Nyanzaro and seeking allies there.
why?
Because I'm the princess of Omu, and I will have allies there in.
No, what the reason that you just gave? What was the reason you just gave a minute ago?
For what?
For going back.
We couldn't hear you.
Going back to Port Nyanzaru to find allies so that we can have maybe a chance at, I don't know, something.
Because you wanted allies who actually could
fight these guys.
Well, Monoxenari, here's my opinion of that. We did not have to fight these guys. We fought these guys because you insisted that these objects, and I believe they are part of your heritage. And that is fair. But that is what got us into this fight. And if we had not fought them, we'd still be standing here, perhaps walking with them and going into the temple with them. We burned that bridge. What bridge can we build?
That's a fair point. Look, I'm willing to make an alliance with these guys. Give them what they want.
They already got what they want.
They got what they want. What else can we give them?
We can't.
Those are our allies. Right there. Those are the ones we need. And
That ship has sailed.
Has it?
Yes. She specifically
Why?
said, basically, if I see you again, I'm going to kill you all on sight. Specifically to Mawaxanari.
All right. So making an alliance is out of the question. Fighting them's out of the question.
That's why we let them die first. And we walk over their graves.
But I don't. Roxanari seriously doesn't believe they will be defeated by the dungeon.
I don't think they will either.
Than we are. They're far more intelligent. They just have all the advantages.
So good.
So
if they get the Soulmonger stopped, then we still made our mission, and you still have Elmo.
How do we trace them at a safe distance?
What?
Seriously.
You know what? Why would we do that?
Because we have no choice.
We do have a choice.
When you're the bitch, sometimes you just have to accept it.
Is that life quirk wisdom? That's life quirk wisdom? Really?
Yeah,
Sometimes
we just got owned.
Sometimes it's your turn in the barrel.
Don't drop the soap. This is your only night.
When it's your turn in the barrel, you just got to go in the barrel and just take it like a bitch. That's
These guys out of the question. Stalking them is definitely just beyond the pale.
Something's got to be as powerful as they are here, or more powerful.
So,
then can we help? Then can we even do anything? Because look what they did to us.
So you guys are outside the Shrine of Ankh, and you're having a sort of existential.
Can we go inside the Shrine of Ankh so we can't ambush by everything?
John, just a question, man. Every time somebody's talking, you're talking over them right now.
Sorry.
All right, I don't care if you're in the shrine, outside the shrine, wherever. Yeah, and what that's a good point. One thing to note is this Dungeons and Dragons, and I set the order of things. So whether you talk first or whether you talk last, I still set the order of things. So there's no benefit in like being the first to talk. Usually, maybe. Anyway, as you guys are inside or outside the Shrine of Ankh, having this sort of existential crisis of of why you're here and what you can do, and this palpable feeling of loss, right? Like you're just powerless. These guys, one round, the opening spell from this group that you've been competing against, and up till now, you guys have been kicking their asses, right? Like these guys got here before you, and you did 3 times as much as they did as far as clearing shrines go. I mean, you guys are clearly better at puzzle solving, at problem solving, at fighting the denizens of this area. Yeah, sure, they're 9th level mages, but 9th level mages, come on, who isn't a 9th level mage? Everybody's at 9th level mages, right? They're a dime a dozen. Dime-ish a dozen.
Yeah, in one more level, they'll be just like dimes.
Basically, yeah. So as you're having this crisis, a very large, particularly brightly colored snake wanders its way into the middle of this clearing. And in the blink of an eye, the snake becomes a Yanti. She is wearing a large feathered headdress, very elaborate thing. And she stands, and as she stands and talks to you, she sort of sways. And it's hard to resist kind of swaying with her as she talks, because her voice is pure silk. It is suggestion. It is love. It is sex, right? And the swaying sort of fits in perfectly with her words. And
I want a natural immunity to that. I'm all satisfied right now.
Actually, you're probably like knowing Rastalnos, you may be actually a disadvantage against making saves against this.
No, not after last night with Moaxanari.
Oh, that's right, because one night of sex and Rastalnos is basically done with sex, right?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Hours of sex.
Right. So yeah, right. But one night, and that's right. Like one night. Rastalnos is done with sex. Like one night. Oh, I had sex. Okay, I'm done. Right. Right.
Yeah, hours of sex in like 5 minute spurts.
Right.
Whatever.
So she, this she snake creature, she says, "Greetings, adventurers. I was there when you suffered your defeat at the hands of the Red Wizards of Thay. That was regrettable."
Comical?
Good work.
She smiles and stickers a bit, and you notice there are around you, like you guys have sort of spotted snakes around you before, but there are several very large snakes, sort of not even hiding anymore, just sort of hanging out about, loitering snakes, if you will, around this courtyard. Like, this is a snake pit that you're in right now. I don't mean like the Taylor Swift concert of Snake Pit. I'm talking kind of like these are very large, very menacing snakes that are sort of all around you. Large snakes are the same sort that she was just a moment ago. And she says, "So, yes, that was regrettable. I admit, I was a little surprised by that outcome myself. I had wagered you to have a bigger say in that fight. However, I was clearly wrong. But I do not think that you are done in this story. For... hang on, I need to... One downside of being me and being stupid is that I cannot... I'll look up if I need it. All right. Though there is a piece of information that I have that they do not, that is significant to you. And that is this. The group that has just brought you to your knees and beaten you like a bitch in a barrel. They... What?
Barrels.
No, she says.
Barrels all of a sudden.
She says. The Red Wizards of Thay do not align with my goals in this, and there is something that they do not know, as they seek the 9th and final cube to gain entrance to the tomb of Aserarak, and that is this. Rasnisi holds the final cube. They may search, and they may try to gain it, but I know that Rasnisi has already taken it.
I thought the Yanti were aligned with Resnisi.
Ooh, she sort of looks around. We are. Rasnisi, he is our leader. Our unopposed leader. Not everyone is a fan of his as much as they are fans of others. However, he is our leader.
So what are you suggesting?
That.
Since apparently we're not as strong as they are.
No, you are not. And
no, we are not.
But we're natural allies, of course.
They are not as strong as Rasnisi. Perhaps there is some advantage to be gained in all this. as not the strongest one, you will not be the ones who need take on Rasnisi directly. Perhaps you can be the second comers in that fight.
And what makes you think we'll be able to do much if they can't finish him off?
Oh, they will not be able to defeat Rasnisi. Not in his lair. Not with his full support of the Yuan-Ti.
So are you offering to ally the Yuan-Ti with us to defeat Rasnisi?
The Yuan-Ti are not... We are not as homogenous as the Red Wizards. They are known to be very... How do you say? They have a singular leader, a singularity of mind. Us Yuan-Ti, we are more entrepreneurial.
Entrepreneurial.
It may be in my interest to have certain strong allies who can help me should Rasnisi have to fight against this very, very powerful group of wizards. He, or they, should they succeed, would surely be weakened in the fight. And perhaps then, a group of well-timed entrepreneurs, well, perhaps we can come to a mutual agreement on things. You see, I have little interest in Omu or in this tomb Acererak has built.
What is your
Rasnisi,
interest?
well, I seek what we all seek, power. I seek to rule the Yuan-Ti. I seek to replace Rasnisi. And she looks around again, and these snakes are kind of writhing around her. And you notice that the snakes that are all around here, they have like similarly colored markings.
Like the clan?
She says, I seek to replace Rasnisi. You see, Rasnisi is a fool. He has taken on let us not get too far into this. Let us just say that we may have a common enemies.
So I guess if we ally with you, what can you tell us besides that?
Well, we would have to ally with them first.
I will tell you this. Those keys you seek to the tomb of Acererak are none of my concern. You are welcome to have them, should this plan work. I seek only... In fact, it would serve me were you removed from Omu. So...
But we want Omu.
You want Omu?
Right.
Yes.
Correct? When
Yes.
it all is said and done.
Well, Omu you may have. I serve only Dendar, the god of night. I shall do what I can to have his return. You may aid me in this, in the overthrow of Rasnisi.
Rasnisi prevents Dendar from returning somehow?
No, he professes to have the same goal. However, he is Acererak's pawn in this. I know this. He must be replaced. He is weak. Besides, he is an outsider. He was not born one of us, but made one of us. He has no right to rule us. None. I am natural born. I should be the proper ruler. And she kind of collects herself. What's that?
How does one become a Yuan-Ti?
We have talked too much already. I offer you a deal, champions. I will help you, and you will help me. We shall, together, see Rasnisi unseated. We shall see the defeat of this group of wizards from Thay. You shall get your cubes, you shall get your tomb, and I shall assume leadership of the Yuan-Ti guarding the portal to the Night God, where I belong, my rightful place.
Does that mean you'll leave Omu after this?
Once the Night God is released, we shall leave Omu to... we shall have no further business here in Omu.
Is this portal in Omu? Why would you be here?
I look first to Modoxnari.
She goes to power.
I can keep talking if you guys want.
I was saying, I look first to Modoxnari.
I was hoping somebody. Yeah, it seemed like other people were doing things. I was holding off.
Chris, pause BattleTech and come on in for a second. Like,
Well, Paul was talking.
Yeah, Paul was talking.
oh,
Yeah. I look first to Modoxnari and sort of like shrug my shoulders in a, well, what do you think kind of manner.
Well, to be honest, I can see how this would advance your cause. But I see nothing that advances my goals here.
Princess, she just said that she would give us the stones, leave us to the tomb, and leave the city, which is everything you want. What do you mean it doesn't advance our cause?
Did you miss the part about where she's going to stay in Omu until she releases Dendar, the Night Serpent? Did that part go by your head?
The Night God.
The Night God.
well, she said the Night God, but Rastano, surely you have heard of Dendar, the Night Serpent. He is supposedly the destroyer of worlds, the end of time.
Oh, God.
The harbinger of eternal night.
I mean, you people have places to go, homes far away from here. This would be the end of my home.
She interrupts. She says, "I see that you have much to talk about. Very well."
Yes.
She says, wait, where's your map? Player map. She says, you guys have the player map?
Yeah, that wonderful big circle in the center at the top, right?
She draws an arrow. Wait, where are you guys? You guys are probably here, I guess, right? Oops. She says, surely you have much to speak of. I will respect that. When you are ready to ally with me, meet me here, and we shall take the next step in this plan. And she slithers off around a corner, and the snakes that were sort of all around you guys kind of dissipate. Not all entirely all at once, but sort of over a little bit of time, the snakes all dissipate, and she heads off.
So,
She was
Roxar
nice.
will say, make your deals, but I hold no hope for the future.
We are all sad.
Hey,
What happened to
Waxinari.
us was awful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We are all sad. What happened to us was awful. But we must get up. We must find a way to fight. Perhaps there is something in this to allow us to. Perhaps there isn't. Let's discuss.
Moxonari will just walk off. Not so far away that you can't see the party, of course. But he has no interest in continuing this conversation.
I'm staying within the circle of protection. I just want to.
Well, I mean, whatever.
I'm sure we make her feel safe right
Yeah,
now.
Moxonari, I need to totally give you inspiration for playing that character. Like, that character is really, really good. I love that Moxonari is committed to her city, committed to all this. It doesn't make an easy path, but it's a really good role-playing one. So definitely, Gerald, take some inspiration from Moxonari.
And Rastalnos sighs and walks over and did you sit down, Waxanari?
No, she's standing, just kind of
never.
spaced out.
Never mind then.
I just there's no good outcome here.
There's exactly right. This God thing sounds bad. Night God? Oh, come on.
Well, all right. First of all, I don't understand how anyone in the party can be okay with the Yanti agenda.
No, but they still have to.
Because I don't even understand how you can deal with somebody who worships the night god.
First of all, we can't. The Thay Wizards honestly seem better. They were at least. Well, they didn't kill us when they could.
The Thay Wizards are led by a lich necromancer king god guy. We don't want him to get it either.
She's giving us the option that we may be able to destroy it.
What? No, she wasn't. No, they were always going to take it. They're always going to take it back to Valindra.
Yeah, that was never going to happen.
No, not the Thay. Thay's out of this at this point.
Right. The Yanti gives us has no interest in the Tomb of Sararak. The Yanti have no interest in the cubes.
What they have an interest in is opening up a portal to a night god who will bring eternal darkness upon the land.
Yeah, they have interest in opening up a portal that nobody else can open up.
Yeah, and probably using the items which we're going to try to destroy.
Well,
because there's got to be a reason they haven't done it already.
Sure,
maybe they can't find the portal.
They know. She said where it was.
Well, she just said Resnisi is a Sararak's pawn, so a Sararak must not want Dendar released.
Why would anybody want Dendar released?
The Yuan-Ti apparently do.
They're idiots, but we knew that.
They look.
Wait, so the Dendar is Restanlos. You would know, right? This is sort of like big history. Dendar is the night serpent, right? He is locked away from this world. The Yuan-Ti, the Yuan-Ti, who are sort of the snake people, right? He's sort of one of their big agendas, right? He's like, hey, we are going to bring the serpent god back into this world, and we're going to release eternal night upon the world. That is our goal as the Yuan-Ti. That is our struggle, right? And those of us who remain faithful to that will be rewarded when the night god comes to destroy the world. We shall be rewarded and lifted up as heroes, right? That's sort of.
Let anybody know it'll be dark.
Well, that sounds a lot like
kind of a fairly typical religious thing, right? Like we're gonna,
Right.
Yeah.
So do you believe that that's possible? Do you believe that's true? And if you believe that's true, sure, you will want to fight against them. But if you don't think that there's a chance that they'll ever succeed in their goal, then sure, use their zealotry as a tool to get us to our goal.
Could the Cleric of Light align with bringing the God of Dark into the world, or even consider it? No.
Well, the Cleric of Light doesn't have to align with bringing the God of Night into the world. The Cleric of Light, Rasdisi states that's his goal too. So you're just replacing one with another. You're not.
Well, is that great?
You're not aligning. You're not aligning, although arguably leaving the ineffective one in power is better, because maybe we put one in power that is effective.
When you're climbing a ladder, you don't climb sideways.
And maybe Rasnisi it was made into a Yanti to prevent the Dendar from coming back.
Well, let's back up. Let's point what we do know. Rasnisi is definitely behind the undead. Yes.
We do not know that for 100%.
We don't know that.
Well, so Max,
Waxanari
knows that Legends of Chult, right? Rasnisi is, it's very surprising to Waxanari that Rasnisi is now associated with Yuan-Ti, because Rasnisi was actually one of the chosen of Ubtal once upon a time, right? And his gift, the chosen of Ubtal are given a gift. Each chosen, once they face the trials and and defeat or overcome the trials for becoming a champion of Ubtao, they're given a gift. Rasnisi's gift was influence over the dead, right? So Rasnisi was able to manage the undead. That's a very different thing than being a Yuan Ti and trying to bring forth the Dendar the Night Serpent, right? Because you've got, a chosen of Ubtao defending the lands of Chult, championing Chult, using his powers, his Ubtao given powers to manage the undead. Like I said, very, very different than trying to bring forth Dendar the Night Serpent, which Rastalnos says is sort of dedicated to the eternal darkness, to the overthrow of life and light itself. Yet somehow, Rasnisi is now the leader of these Yuan Ti here, and managing them to bring back this Dendar the Night Serpent.
Suppose.
Very confusing. Very confusing. So, you guys are talking about this, and it's all very confusing. Waxenari, you are kind of off by yourself, sort of arms crossed, trying to sort of put all this into place and figure out what do you do with this? You know as a leader that sometimes alliances, sometimes distasteful alliances are necessary, right? Because the path to the goal is less important than the goal itself, right? How we get there is trivial compared to getting there. And as you're sort of going through all these things in your head, another snake kind of wanders up, and this is a smaller snake than the snake you've seen of late. And it sort of kind of wanders up, and it kind of sways a bit and looks at you, and you look at it, and you hear it talking to you inside of your head, and it says, and it looks furtive. It looks very nervous, and it glances around a lot. It glances side to side and glances around a lot. And it says, so. You are considering allying against Rasnisi. That would be a mistake. Rasnisi is not your enemy. Rasnisi, he seeks what you seek. He needs what you need.
Can you tell me what it is I seek and what it is I need?
Rasnisi also suffers from the curse of the soul manga. He is an easy ally. And the snake darts off.
Okay. All right. So
this snake, you probably, fine, whatever, no dice. This snake has like the same colorings of those snakes that you saw when that Yuan Ti female was there talking to you. So those snakes had sort of a kind of distinctive coloring. This snake has that same coloring, but this snake seemed very, very, very nervous, and he only popped in for just a few seconds as if to maybe give some message and then was gone.
All right, so I will return to the party and say, perhaps another path is available.
Okay.
We could seek alliance with Rasnisi.
Why would we do that?
Because he's more powerful. You've already heard that he's more powerful than the Red Wizards of Thay. He opposes, as you've also heard, the will of the Yuan Ti who are looking to release Dendar.
Does he?
You just heard it from the snake's mouth. If you're going to make an alliance with her, you have to believe what she told you.
She didn't say that he opposed to it. She just said he was ineffective.
She said she wanted to overthrow him, and that he was weak, and that he was not doing what was necessary to bring back Dindon.
She did say that she didn't believe that that was truly his purpose.
Well, so she also, though she did also make comments about him not being a natural born Yuan-ti. You can imagine her comments sort of echoing this illegal immigrant thing that we hear in our media very often.
He also was at one time a champion of Utao, placing him more closely culturally to me than to the Yuan-ti. So,
But it's still
if we're going to stay here and make an alliance, I think that's the path forward for us.
Okay.
I'm sold. I'm in. All right. Alessandra flies down. We're in.
So that sounds really easy.
Sparkle.
That sounds super easy. I think what we should do is just walk up to Rasnisi and say that we want to help. Oh, that doesn't sound that easy after all. You're right.
That's a good point, Rastalnos. However, remember what we have to offer,
which is
our goals align with his. We both want to destroy the Soulmonger to get rid of the Death Curse. That's not what?
Why does he want to do that?
Because he languishes under the curse.
So he's going to die anyway, no matter what we do.
Rafina, why is it every time someone makes a good point, you make a bad one?
And that's a fair point.
Oh wait. I gotta note that. This is so I'm putting together like clips of our thing, like why we're such a brilliant, well-oiled machine, right? Like we just do D&D like nobody's business. This is one of those things where I'm like, yes, this is the perfect thing. Like there was one time, I wish I could have found this clip. There's one time where we're doing something, I forget what it was, and John said something, and Daryl looks at the camera and goes, "That is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life." And I was like, yes, the essence of nerdly gaming.
All right. Either way, so
we can't be accused of having a groupthink mentality.
No.
No.
But it's part of the beauty, right? Like that's just like the beauty. It's like anyway, this is why I love D&D. It just brings all this stuff out. It brings it all together, and then like it works, right? It's like I just love it. I love it.
Yeah, we don't know how it works.
So, what? So how do we propose to meet?
I'm sure that if we want to, there will eventually be another opportunity for some sort of intermediary.
We have the How telepathy, right? So we can actually talk to Rasnisi directly, right?
Yeah.
Assuming that works.
Yeah, I can send a message. Two of us have message.
Yeah, you have to know the person in order to do it. None of us know Rasnisi.
That's right.
So here's my first draft of a plan.
Go on. Sorry.
We meet with this Yuan-ti woman and feign a agreement. Maybe she will reveal Rasnisi's lair, allowing us to go there and negotiate with him.
You know, last time when I feigned an agreement, everybody else in the party got really mad at me.
Well,
Well, Noxanari wasn't there for that.
That's true. Noxanari wasn't part of the party then. Very good, Paul. Yeah, you're right.
I say that out loud. Shira says that out loud.
Surely if we all agree ahead of time that we can avoid that pitfall.
But I thought Rastalnos was against deception.
But lying is bad.
Yeah. I think the better option would be to proceed to Rasnisi's lair, but Well, but we already know that the other Yanti are going to rise up. At the point that the Red Wizards fight Raznisi, our best option is to fight the Red Wizards. Attack them during the battle with Raznisi.
Why do we kill the Red Wizards who spared us? They did an act of chivalry, effectively.
Well,
Kindness.
here's the thing. From Watsanari's point of view, killing the Red Wizards now doesn't accomplish anything, but it does put your mission to destroy the Soulmonger at risk. Because you don't know what the Red Wizards are going to do.
So wait, something I don't understand is that Raznisi's been in the city, right?
We don't know where specifically Raznisi is.
Irrelevant. So this demigod, mortal, hero, whatever you want to call it, like Hercules, has been in the city for an undisclosed, probably insane amount of time. These keys have been here the whole time. Why hasn't he gone after the Soulmonger? Why leave the keys where they are?
I don't think he's been here that long. If I recall, the Yuan-Ti only showed up about a year ago, 2 years ago?
No. Yuan-Ti showed up like 50 years ago. They've been here for decades. Yeah, many decades. Yeah, you know the basic timeline. So.
Well, that is an issue, I suppose.
So if you have this Cholton hero, right, and his goal is to stop the Soulmonger, right, to save his ass.
Wait.
How long
I don't want
has he been here?
I don't know how to unmeta that. I don't know if I gave out bad information or if you guys have inferred bad information. But it is okay. So Raznisi was a hero of Ubtao, right? Certainly, he is now the leader of the Yuan-Ti. So
Right.
he is not like a hero of Ubtao protecting Cholt any longer, right? He is now the leader of the Yuan-Ti, and the Yuan-Ti in this area seem to be dedicated to bringing back Dendar the Night Serpent.
Right.
All right, so I don't want to portray Raznisi as some hero dedicated to fighting against the Soulmonger at all. I don't at all want to make that portrayal. He is the leader of the Yuan-Ti here.
Right, but when the snake told me that we had the same goals, that he was languishing under the death curse and wanted to destroy the Soulmonger.
Well, the snake said that. The snake said that it didn't.
It could be that Raznisi.
The snake said that Raznisi was an easy ally. He did say that Raznisi was languishing under the death curse. It did not say that Raznisi's goal was to destroy the Soulmonger. It just mentioned that Raznisi was languishing under the death curse, and that Raznisi might be an easy ally.
But he said that he wanted what we wanted. And when I asked him, what do we want? He said, destroy the Soulmonger. So that's wrong?
That makes a big difference, because if he's going to die if the Soulmonger lives, you'd think that his objective would be to destroy the Soulmonger. If he's been sitting in the city for God knows how long, the keys have been sitting in the city.
So it seems like
Yeah.
Jason does not want to destroy the Soulmonger.
Yeah. Okay. I if that's the message you got, then I did not do the proper job of sending that. That's strange. I don't know how much of that is inference and how much of that is what I said.
Yeah, I feel like Raznisi came here later. There's a reason for Raznisi's presence, sure. And my guess is it was to prevent Dendar's return. as far as the soulmonger, Rosnisi would benefit from its destruction, but isn't seeking that.
Yeah,
Well, she wants to live.
that's still inferencing stuff.
Yeah, that's inference.
I mean, if he's affected by the death curse, he's going to die.
Right.
His soul's going to be eaten. So if you don't destroy or stop somehow the soulmonger, he's dead. Did I miss this? For
No.
what we know, did I miss this or am I?
You did not miss that.
Okay, so he's going to die. The question is when. And I'm assuming being a big, powerful, God knows what, you know, he's probably going to be quite a long while, but he's going to die from it. So maybe he's not worried at all about the soulmonger.
But she said that he was a Sararex pawn. The soulmonger was created by a Sararex. So, I mean, there's that angle to think about.
So he's probably protected.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough. You guys have a lot of information from disreputable sources. I recognize that.
Yeah.
So, as far as I can see, maybe the alliance with Rosnisi is not a good idea.
All right, I'm out.
No Rosnisi for me.
Yeah. I think we all go home. Valentine.
Well, here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a big fight.
Well, so the snake that talked to you, it did suggest that, okay, so it seems like you guys have a couple of options here, a few options, right? You could chase after the Red Wizards directly.
We know where they're going.
Bad idea.
You do? You know where they're going?
Yes, we were told exactly where they're going.
Really?
They have to get all the keys.
They're going to get the. They're currently
going to have to fight Rosnisi.
They're currently going to get the 9th key. Ostensibly, they don't know any of this information. They're going to try to find the 9th shrine right now. That's where they're headed. So, you guys have a small window where you could follow or meet with this female snake that you met, who seems to be against Rosnisi and looking to overthrow this illegal, right? This impure Rosnisi, and or you could follow the advice of this other snake, which seemed to be at least shared the look of her and her brood, but seemed to not be allied with her, who told you that that Rosnisi does suffer in some way, suffers in some way from this death curse, and even though he is the leader of the Yuan-Ti, who are here dedicated to bringing forth Dendar the Night Serpent, he may be an ally with you because of this personal problem he has with the soulmonger. Is that more confusing or less confusing?
Well, the question is, how would we even talk to Rosnisi if we wanted to?
Yep.
Fair question.
Good question. I do have one option came from this. I think. Okay. Seth looks at everybody and says, we have information now that the Red Wizards don't. Perhaps they will forgive what they perceive as an insult to them before if we provide them with it. And we can not just hope they die when they do this, but actually help them overthrow an enemy, acquire something we are all after, and use that to help to get in. Because without that, I don't see how any of this can happen. I do not want to bring something called the Night God into this city, into this world. I do not know how to meet or even who this other soulmonger seeking character is. I didn't talk to the snake you talked to. All I know is we know things they don't, and we can help get that key.
Shashira, Moxinari, that advances all of Moxinari's goals.
Excellent.
But it puts all of your goals in jeopardy because you don't know what the Red Wizards are going to do at the end.
Yes, exactly.
So
They didn't kill us. They didn't kill us. They didn't kill us.
Yeah, and that's, I appreciate that. But at the same time, if he takes the soulmonger, or she takes the soulmonger back to Thay, and they study it, and they break down the magics that were used for it, then we could be facing an even greater threat.
The Dark God?
How about an army with weapons that steal your soul?
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, that would suck, man.
I just want to know when we're going to get experience, so I know how close we are to truly breaking.
Oh God. Metagame.
John's keeping it real. John is always about, give me the numbers. I need numbers. I need levels. I need
numbers.
Give me the math. Come on, John. Hey, so later this week when we actually do show our first live broadcast of Nerd League Gaming meets spreadsheets, John will be leading that entire thing. He will be leading the cavalcade of the numbers. He will lead the charge of the numbers.
No, he'll be the SM. Spreadsheet master.
I just need to know when I can get my 4th level divination spell that would really help with this. I want to know if we're close to that or not.
If you're close, what do you want? What do you want to accomplish?
I want to cast divination.
For what?
But I can't do that unless I'm level 7.
You want cast.
He wants the answer.
What do you want to
He
know?
wants you to have to give him the answer.
Yeah, I want me to give you the answer.
Divination. You ask your guy a single question.
I know what divination is.
A single question to it.
What's the goal? You want me to give you the answer? I'll give you the answer. I'll tell you. You want me to tell you?
A single question concerning a specific goal within 7 days. Which of the 3 factions do we ally with to destroy the soulmonger within 7 days?
You can't ask it like that. That's not how divination works.
Yes, actually it is.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
And that's actually not a great answer because there's more than one faction that will help us destroy the soulmonger.
Now, why do you think I'm asking my god? It's supposedly smarter than we are. And after that last encounter, I think it is. At least I fucking hope so.
I thought it only told you weal or woe. You could only ask a question.
No.
What are you talking about?
No,
That's
this
a
is
different spell.
Yeah, this is
4th level divination, Raz.
Rest. I was thinking of augury. Yeah.
Yes, I'm thinking of augury.
Yeah.
Right.
This is divination. You ask your god a question. Hey God, what should I do?
Couldn't you ask it a good question instead of that?
That was a better question than a suggestion.
Well, Moxinari is all on board with Shashira's suggestion.
It's Shashira. What does Shashira want to do?
Ally with Red Wizards and go over to DC.
Yes.
So, as a dungeon master, I need a course of action.
Well, we haven't said one.
We're taking a short
Well,
rest.
I know what you can do. I need to know what you are going to do.
We've already had a
We're
short
taking
rest.
a short
We've been doing
rest.
this for an hour.
Oh,
Yeah, we. So okay,
I just want to make
my
sure we got our
proposal.
short rest out of it.
I'm still with my proposal. We've had a good counter argument against it. Any other proposals?
Right, I'm going to give you guys a short rest. While you guys
At least
talking.
I have all my divinations back, or whatever you call it.
All right, I'll give you guys a short rest. If anybody needs healing, Rafina, you want to heal yourself or no?
Not I, said the guy.
Yeah, you guys are mostly at full health at this point. Good
We
job.
should all be at full health.
Yeah.
I think I forgot. To
Except for Rufina.
I'm 4 down, but I'm not.
Yeah, 4 health is fine.
Yeah, you weren't worried about being at 26 either.
Well,
You know.
the dungeon master agrees with this. All right, so you guys are short rested. You're hanging out. Sashira has a suggestion. What we need is
A consensus.
What we need is a party leader. That's what we need. You see, Chris, this whole rule by committee, it's bullshit, right? It's like socialism. All the internet memes you see how socialism destroyed Venezuela, which is the stupidest fucking shit ever. However,
Yeah, that's what we need. Politics right now.
yeah, sorry, I can't help it. My brain's always it's.
Anyway, move on.
Sorry, Chris Perkins. You guys see Chris Perkins? Do you guys follow?
About politics right now. We're talking about.
Do you guys follow Chris Perkins on Twitter? You know who Chris Perkins is?
You're meta-politicking.
I don't even know who you're talking about. No.
Chris
Anyway,
Perkins.
so we're talking
He
about-
writes D&D, right? All he ever posts on Twitter is politics. Like all
I
his
don't
posts,
care.
politics.
That's cool. Thanks. Oh, that's one person I will continue to not follow.
I'm gonna get famous one day, and by God,
Yeah.
it's all politics all the time.
Yeah.
Not with this group, buddy.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, whatever. I'm sorry. So, you're short rested. The world is your oyster, gentlemen, ladies. I guess you're mostly ladies.
Did anybody take hit dice during that short rest?
No.
No, they were fully. Rafina had fully healed everybody with her magics. Rafina went around and massaged everyone. Massage. Everyone is at full health or thereabouts.
One person besides Shashir and myself to agree to Shashir's plan. And
What's
we
Shashir's
all-
plan? Somebody remind me.
Oh, simply okay, Shashira, we'll say it again. So we know something that the Red Wizards don't. They might forgive what they consider
Oh, that's right. Sashira wants to.
back on them. So we will provide the Red Wizards with this knowledge, help the Red Wizards, and all go towards the same goal, and hopefully somehow, before the Red Wizards actually bring the Soulmonger to study it, we get control of it.
Rostonos really doesn't like it.
I refuse.
Okay. Done. Two.
Alessandra, you're the swing
I
vote.
didn't refuse.
I straight out
You just-
refuse.
I
I'm
didn't
not
refuse yet, but I definitely have a strong.
Did present something else.
I know that's why.
Good call.
That's why I didn't refuse. That's
Alessandra,
why-
come back to our game for a minute. Just
Oh, I'm here.
just like 5 minutes.
I'm just letting everybody argue it out.
No,
I
you're
don't
not here.
feel like talking over
Come on.
people, then people yell at me for it.
Now
Anyway,
look.
so-
I deal with a 19-year-old all the
So
time.
what
I know
we
when you're
should-
here and when you're not here. You're not here.
B, now shut up.
-1.
I'm just collecting them, man.
Add to the
I got
pile.
I got a whole bag of -1 right here. Just waiting for you. I have so many -1. I'm gonna make like an erector set of -1s. See, nobody's gonna like my idea. My idea is that it doesn't matter who we side with. We go into the battle with Resnisi, and then we just take a step back. Let them all fight it out, and then wipe off what's left. There. All the factions have been taken care of.
How do we get to the battle?
How about we
We
just
side with somebody. We side with somebody to get to Resnisi, and then when the battle comes up, we take a step back.
So we lie and cheat.
Yes,
That doesn't sound good.
You're right. Nobody likes that idea.
exactly. So y'all just make up your mind on what bad
All right, so-
option y'all want to choose. What world-ending bad guy y'all want to side with, right? You decide that, and I guess I'll go along with whatever evil person you want to hang out with the most.
You're the tiebreaker.
At the risk of bringing politics into this, one of the ways that Parliament works
I'm
is that. Oh, Chris muted himself. You muted yourself, Chris. No, he's gone. What?
That worked out really well.
I quit. He quit. I quit.
Great.
Fuck you guys. I
That's the
quit.
deciding vote.
So one of the ways that Parliament works, right, is that people form factions, coalitions, right, where you're like, okay, what do we do?
We have a two-person faction.
All right, so apparently one group
Two opposed.
wants to go. I don't know. The right way to say this, right? One group wants to go suck up to the Red Wizards and say, "Hey, Red Wizards, We love you. You're powerful. Here's information. Be nice to us. Okay. The other group wants to. I don't know what the other option is. I think there's
Thanks.
Yeah, there's a group that's like, no, we don't want to do that, but what do we do instead? Now, there are two. So I see 3 paths, right? One path is to go find the Red Wizards and follow Sashira's idea. One path is to meet with the female Yuan-Ti that spoke with you, and you guys can talk with her and see what her ideas are. The other idea is to follow this random whatever small snake thing that Waxanari brought to everyone, which is apparently to try to ally with Rasnisi himself. But those are the three paths forward that I see.
The fourth path is.
I mean, there are an infinite number of
We're
paths.
done with Parliament now. What?
No, we can't get a fifth. We can't get a tiebreaker vote.
We have 2 votes.
What are the 2 choices right now?
Okay, the 2 choices are go this way.
No, I want Gerald to tell me.
Oh,
The 2 choices are we use our information that we've gained about Rasnisi to make an alliance with the Red Wizards, and then we kind of play second fiddle to them. That advances all of Waxanari's goals, but your goals, because they very well may just take the
Or kill us on sight.
Well, we would just message them. We can actually message them. We've encountered them. We know them. So
Second option is to make an alliance with Rasnisi, but again, that we don't know what that really is going to entail at the end of the day.
That's a cool view.
And then there is the alliance against Rasnisi with the other Yuan-Ti. But that's
right, but
that threatens to release Dendar, the night god.
for me, the fifth. Wait. For me, the 5th person to be a tiebreaker, we can't have 3 choices.
I understand. So here's what party. So here's what the party's up with. We do the Red Wizard thing, or we do nothing. So that's your choice.
What's fourth option?
Because John and Elliot have not produced an alternative.
John just said he has one.
There's follow 'em, I think John said.
Go whoever makes it to the fucking tomb, follow them. Whoever it is. Whether it's Rasnisi, whether it's the Dendar dudes, whether it's the whoever goes in, let somebody run our front door and pick up the pieces on the way through.
That's not gonna work properly though, because the Yuan-Ti have no interest in going to the tomb. Rasnisi isn't going to go to the tomb. Rasnisi is just gonna kill the Red Wizards. The Yuan-Ti may try to fight Rasnisi, but either way, none of that actually leads us to the tomb. The only way that we get to the tomb is if the Red Wizards go there. If we don't go there ourselves, because we're the only 2 factions that want to go there.
The Yuan-Ti might not fight without us being there for allies. Like without our assistance, the Yuan-Ti might not go. I don't think they will.
I mean, if we side with the Yuan-Ti, technically we're siding with the Yuan-Ti to defeat Rasnisi.
Yeah.
So if we help the Yuan-Ti defeat Rasnisi and the Red Wizards, and then turn on the Yuan-Ti, we have not broken any promises or lied.
How do you think
Still
we're
really
going to survive against the Yuan-Ti?
They're trying to bring about eternal night. I don't know if mean is really coming into play here. It's actually us being heroes, right?
I object. I strenuously object.
I just don't know if that's really going to be practical at the end of the day.
I just don't see how it'll make a difference, because let's say we defeat Rasnisi, what's going to stop the Yuan-Ti from just straight out killing us and doing just what they're having done anyway?
Because they're probably meaner than we are.
I mean, that is the same argument that can be made in all 3 cases.
I think that I'm coming around I'm warming up to the idea of allying with the Red Wizards.
All right. Well, then my vote is moved.
Well, I mean, as far as our strategy for,
I would rather it been moot because, frankly, I don't like any of these options.
I don't like any of the options either, but I think what you're saying, what you said is what swayed me, is that the Red Wizards are our best chance at getting to the tomb.
They have to get the key from residents. You think, assuming they don't kill us on sight like
They're
they
not-
killed Mawaks.
You can message them. We have met them.
No, you can't. You can't message anybody you just met. Like, you have to know them well per
Okay.
the spell. Yeah. So
I was the only one really threatened. So John could, well, no, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Too.
you know, the so you guys,
We know Orvex well.
where are you guys? Yeah. So you guys actually,
We know
as you
Orvex well, and Orvex went with.
That is true.
I'm going to
I like
kill
it.
Orvex when we see him. You do realize this?
That doesn't
Well, then
help.
you shouldn't be the one to message him.
That's probably for the best. And how about you not just try to murder people? That'd be great.
Oh no!
He's
he broke a contract with.
hello. He's a life cleric. Got to kill shit.
That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Orvex
Alright.
is on the spreadsheet.
So, Rask, are you in? Have you been swayed? Have I officially swayed you
So this, as you
to the Red Wizards? Oh, sorry. Go on, Roy.
Oh, sorry. So I was saying, as you guys are bringing up Orvex, you actually you hear a voice near you, and this voice says, "You are correct. Orvex did have a contract with you, and the Red Wizards. Well, I did not know that they are your best bet as allies."
Ah, so he didn't break our contract.
As Orvex steps from the shadows.
Ah, so I don't have to kill him. This is good.
Well,
I like it.
perhaps you still have to kill me.
I would hope.
We
But
can save that for later.
we have an agreement, and well, Orvex is here in his own interests, and well, we all must make a living. Am I right?
Yep.
So,
So Orvex, what can you tell us? Apparently you went with him. What did you find out?
oh, the Red Wizard. Nothing I did not already know. The Red Wizards, they seek entrance to the tomb. They want to take the Soulmonger. That's their plan.
I'm surprised they let you leave.
Well, they'll find out soon enough.
Gotcha. You wouldn't happen to have 8 cubes with you, would you?
No, friend, no. However, I must admit, this group holds much promise. I do not believe the Red Wizards have the, how do you say, the wherewithal to get through the tomb. Well, the Tomb of Annihilation, right? Let's face it. Asarak, he is a lich of legendary power. He is older than we can imagine. He has seen it all, and he has created this dungeon, this place, specifically to kill anyone who may enter it. As we have seen, the Red Wizards are powerful, and they are smart. But they didn't even have the wherewithal to figure out the keys for Unk's shrine. How can they possibly hope to explore the entirety of the Tomb of Annihilation?
Maybe they'll just cone a cold their way through it.
Well, I think that's easier against armies than it is against dungeons. But besides, as my friend Rafina here, my beautiful friend Rafina here, has mentioned, we have a contract. You have bought me out, and you have earned my loyalty.
Well, Orvex can negotiate with the Red Wizards on our behalf.
I think
I
you
could-
said that.
I could try.
So what is your suggestion, Orvex? Since you see our 3 options.
What are the 3 options?
We have the Red Wizards we could try to negotiate with information on the 9th key. which is held by Resnisi.
You do share a common goal with the Red Wizards.
But more than likely, they'll get their ass kicked by Resnisi.
Resnisi. I know little of this Resnisi, though he has no power to be underestimated.
And he holds the 9th key, and we need all 9 to get in the tomb.
Resnisi holds the 9th key?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do the Wizards know? The Wizards do not know this.
They don't. I mean, no, they didn't. Nobody
Can this
knew
be?
that, except for us.
Could this be exploited for our benefit?
That's what we were discussing.
Ah, yes. Well, perhaps I joined at an inopportune time. So the Resnisi holds a 9th key. That means the Red Wizards must go through Resnisi to get to the tomb?
Or negotiate with him or something.
Do they need to fight him, or could they perhaps strike a deal with him?
They could strike an accord.
I don't think so.
Depends on what their goals are. We don't know what Resnisi's goal is.
I do not either.
We can make some reasonable assumptions, though.
Perhaps.
That he's not interested in the Soulmonger, or that his interest in the Soulmonger is counter to what the Red Wizards want.
So you guys can fill in. You can fill in Orvix, sort of with what you know, and he might suggest, yes, well, Resnisi could be a powerful ally, though this she snake, she seems to be against Resnisi as well.
Thank you, Orbex. Thank you, Orbex, for summarizing what we knew an hour and a half ago.
Yes.
So speaking of the time.
Yep, it's about done.
God damn, really?
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock almost. 4 minutes still. We wasted an hour arguing and 5 minutes fighting.
I mean, this is serious shit, right? This is the role play between the characters, right? We've all got our agendas, we've got our things we want to do. I'm curious, as a dungeon master, where we're gonna go next session.
This gives us a week to fight it out over Discord.
Well, the problem is when we do it that way, we don't give him enough time to prepare.
This is. Don't worry about that. It's not simple. I've just put this is like a huge crossroads in the module, and so I put a lot of time into this sort of thing. So anyway, any which way you guys want to go is fine.
We can probably stop the Soulmonger, but the problem is with that let loose Night Serpent.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Because logically, if we sided with the female snake, we might be able to kill Resnisi, which we know was chosen of Ubtal, but apparently defected at some point, which is definitely bad for. It's definitely bad no matter what.
Well, there's a lot we don't know about Resnisi.
Yeah. Well, this.
We know that Urvex went with the Red Wizards and came back to tell us that they're a bad option. We know that the Yanti, the female, wants to bring back the God of Night. We know that Resnisi hasn't brought back the God of Night.
And y'all have no interest in playing sides against each other.
I don't mind playing sides against each other. I'm just afraid that if we gain entrance to the tomb, it might let loose a dark god effectively that may be worse than what the Soulmonger is doing.
So Orvix, so why would you not ally yourselves with this she snake?
Because she's trying to release the god to destroy the world.
More importantly, her people won't leave Omu until that is accomplished.
Well,
all right. Why would you not ally yourselves with Resnisi himself?
Because we don't know exactly what his relationship is with the Soulmonger, but it's unlikely to be in our favor. And
disagree.
On what point exactly?
it is likely that his goal with the Soulmonger is to destroy it.
Why? Roy just said that is not. He explicitly said that was not what he was trying to imply.
I said that Resnisi's stated goal is not to destroy the Soulmonger. However, he is languishing under the effects of the death curse.
So he would likely want
Okay,
it.
so this is another 180 in this whole thing.
It's not a 180.
No, you said that.
Yeah,
It's been consistent.
Yeah, he is languishing under the effect of the death curse and might be an easy ally in regarding the death curse itself.
But that still implies nothing about his intent towards the Soulmonger.
Right. It doesn't imply anything about his intent.
Okay.
It would be our speculation that he would want it destroyed. He would be an easy ally because he probably has no intent about the Soulmonger, and we could easily convince him that it's in his interests.
But he is also an agent of Acererak. Acererak does not want Soulmonger.
Pawn, not an agent.
Pawn, not an
Pawn.
agent.
Pawn, right? So
Nobody likes being a pawn. They want to be queen.
I want to be a queen. Wait, no. I want to be a king. King.
Yeah.
So what does Milwaukee
your
know
manly
of this
voice.
Dendar?
Huh?
You heard of it? Shouldn't that be part of her history?
I'm sure it's just the same legend that Red Wizards knows.
Yeah. Dendar is sort of this, sort of the boogeyman, right? Like he's this sort of, he's the night serpent. He is the eternal night. The followers of Dendar want to unleash him upon the world so that he may eat the light and cast the world into eternal darkness.
Only they don't know where he is or why he won't come out.
Well, apparently he's been locked away. Rastalnos tells you that Dendar was sealed away by the gods millennia ago, and has been his prison has been guarded ever since. So a lot of this, at least a few of these pieces, sort of fall into place with the legend of Dendar Rastalnos has heard. Where he has he's been locked away. He has a prison. Of course, his advocates, his followers, want to release him from that prison. Want to release him upon the world to unleash the eternal night. So we got to wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up with a few key points just to make sure there's maybe a little bit less confusion. So
More confusion.
No. I want less confusion. So. Red Wizards of Thay, they are here. They have been sent by Valindra Shadowmantle, an enormously powerful individual for anyone who knows the name Rastalnos and Alessandra. She has apparently sent her right-hand servant and her two closest allies to Omu to infiltrate the Tomb of the Nine Gods, to find the Soulmonger and return it to her so that the Wizards of Thay may study it. Though the Wizards of Thay do seem to have a genuine interest in ending the effect of the Soulmonger, which is to eat all the souls, which makes sense because, well, how could a lich fill its phylactery if the Soulmonger is eating all the souls? You guys were approached by a female snake person, a female Yuan-Ti, who is attempting to recruit you to fight against Resnisi, who she labels as an illegal immigrant, if you will, of sorts, who says that he is not allied with, she said that he is merely a pawn for Acererak and does not see the greater picture in releasing Dendar the Night Serpent. Obviously, you guys don't want Dendar the Night Serpent released, but she has promised you the 9 keys to the Tomb of Annihilation. She has said if you help her to achieve her mission, she will ensure that you can also achieve your mission. Thirdly, you have Maxinari has a lead that perhaps treating with Rastalnos himself is the best plan of action. Rastalnos He was once the chosen of Ubtao. He is now the leader of the Yuan-Ti. So apparently he is a Yuan-Ti. However, that may work. He has long since been known as the entreater of the undead here in Chult. But you're not really sure where that goes as of now. So you also told that he is afflicted by the curse of the Soulmonger, and that he may be an easy ally in that. Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows what his relationship with the Soulmonger really is? You know that he is the leader of the Yuan-Ti. The Yuan-Ti are here to protect the tomb and ensure that that Dendar the Night Serpent can be released. The tomb is created by a Serirok, the Archlich, the Lich. Like, there's no greater Lich than a Serirok in the history of history. That's a long outro. So, a lot of things to think about. I bet Discord this week is going to be on fire. We'll be talking about the different options and things. I applaud all you guys for seriously playing your characters. That's like super cool. I love that sometimes playing your character helps push you in a direction that's not the optimal direction for the story and the adventure, but you're playing the character, and that's like what this is all about, right? The adventure will work out. So I encourage you all to continue playing your characters, and I will write the story accordingly. Don't worry about that. Other things. World of Warcraft's out. I'm going to play some World of Warcraft. Not tonight, but hopefully over the next week or so, since this is all done. Anybody have any closing anything? Chris, come back for like 3 minutes. Just like 3 minutes. Come hang out with us. 3? 2 minutes.
I was here the whole time.
You were not. You were physically here the whole time, but you were not mentally here the whole time. No, you're not.
I was engaging with people on Twitch.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good. Okay, fine. I gotta start looking at Twitch. All right. Anybody else have anything before we go? Anybody? Oh, you guys want experience? Shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna figure that out. I'll give it to you next week.
No, I thought we only got that at rests.
And you shut up. Anyway.
Okay, yeah. All right, then no experience. John's right.
I rest.
There's no rest for the wicked, my friend. No rest for the wicked.
We have all the rest time we want. Nobody's coming after us right now. I'm just resting until I reach 7th level.
I just want to make a quick comment. Gethzrai Monk, it's nice to have you here. Really great to have you here. As soon as one of these guys can't make it, I'm gonna get you in the game. Absolutely. Any moment. Chris, get Chris out of the game. Geth, you're in. Sign in.
Play rest on us the rest of the night.
No, rest of it. All right. Hey, all right, super cool. So, the legendary fight that I planned for and found a map for and did all that shit for turned out to be a pretty much
Oh, it was great.
a one action. Awesome. Not even one round, one action. One action completely defeated. One spell destroyed the party. So we'll see in future sessions if the party learns from that. And maybe we'll even get some posts.
Get Kona Cold cast it first.
Maybe we'll get some stories on the lessons from tonight. But yeah, very humbling experience. All in all, super solid night. We're gonna meet back here next Thursday, same time, same channel. Anybody got anything going on in the meantime that we should advertise? Zero.
Need more Twitch followers.
That's oh yeah, and Twitch followers. God, man, please join Twitch. Come in, follow. We gotta get to 50. We're at like 25. 50% of the goal. Come to Twitch, follow us. You will have my eternal gratitude. That's all I can offer. Cool. All right. So I will probably be streaming some kind of Warcraft something between now and next week. Some of the guys might as well. I'm trying to lean on Alessandra to get some mini painting Twitch streams out. Alessandra, pointing at you.
And I'm shaking my head back.
And if any of you guys have any ideas, fantastic. So cool. If nothing else, we will see you all next Thursday, same time, 8 p.m. Central. Tune in. Follow us on Twitter. Gerald even has a Twitter account, which is super cool. Chris is all up on Instagram. John is our Fantasy Grounds expert. Elliot is our good-looking person. And Paul's in the mountains of Colorado. So, anyway.
I write a lot.
Yep, Paul writes a lot. Oh, fiction. God, fiction. Yes, please, go to the website. Nerdlygaming.com will take you to our website, and that will take you to the character pages. And the character pages will take you to Obsidian Portal, where you will see...
What was that website? You kind of rushed through it.
Sorry, nerdlygaming.com. It's our whole thing. Go there, go to the characters tab, and click on the characters or any of their bios or any of that stuff. It'll take you to the player fiction, and I promise you, I genuinely promise you that the player fiction this group writes is the best shit I've seen. I don't know any other group where the players put as much good writing out as this group. They really, really do. So for real. So hit us up there and let us know what you think, man. Give us some feedback. We got some Discord links. Everything's in the things down there. The whatever you call those things. So hopefully we'll see you online. And if not, we will see you next Thursday. So anybody? Good? All right. Thursday, 8 p.m. 7 days from now, we'll see you. Until then, nerd.
Out.
Out. That was close. We were like nearby. Right, nerd out.